Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another evening of chaos. We do have lots of live football going on. So if Adam looks like, as his tag says, currently a nervous wreck, then you know why, as we have live Champions League. But still 0-0, Adam, at the minute, isn't it?
Alessia Thompson's just cut inside and gone for shot, but it's gone over the bar. So it's 0-0. Third of the way through the game, so exactly what Arsenal would want. Chelsea came out with the big early nudge, if you will, trying to get that early goal. And Nuskin had a really good effort, good work from Carpenter, good pace down the right, rolled the ball to the edge of the box. Very similar to the a goal that you would have remembered Freya from the weekend. This time she rolled it wide, and I think Liz Thompson another effort. Yeah, Alessia had Thompson another effort top of the box, but pulled it wide as well. But it's 0-0, and that is a winning score for Arsenal. Yet to hear any French yelling and swear words and profanity from the touchline from Sonia so far in this particular game.
Give it time.
And in the balance. In this game of balance, at the moment, it's a 3-1 lead to Arsenal on aggregate, and they'll be hoping it stays this way. But I don't see that happening. This is Chelsea we're talking about.
It is. We all know they can pull something out of nothing, like at the weekend. I joke. But of course, we've got Champions League currently 0-0, like Adam says, Chelsea, Arsenal. We've also got an exciting WSL2 game, which I know Graham's been keeping everyone updated in the chat. Thank you, Graham. And good evening to everyone as well, by the way. Which is still currently 0-0 between Birmingham and Sunderland, which is massive, because if Birmingham win this one, they will go level on points with Charlton, so tied for first place. But actually, their goal difference, sorry, Graham, and sorry, Charlton, their goal difference is a lot better. So actually, they will take that first place spot if they find a winner against Sunderland tonight, which is incredibly, incredibly exciting.
I'll just take this quick moment. Can I quickly say commiserations to Graham. I wanted Charlton to win at the weekend, and I was absolutely devastated for them. I wanted to get them to get it over the line, but it looks like it's going to go down to the final day and be an absolute chaotic, dramatic finale. But no, I was gutted for Charlton, and hopefully they don't look back on that and regret it.
Well, that's the thing, because for ages it was, Charlton are going to be first. Again, sorry, Graham, we'll talk about it. But they had such a gap and such a lead, but due to games being postponed and that kind of thing, a lot of teams have quite a few games in hand, and this is where they're going to really pick it up. But of course, Adam, I don't know if you knew, but it was Graham's 50th as well.
I did hear. I think you did mention it to me. It was also his birthday. I can think of better birthdays to celebrate down.
Not the presents he would have wanted. But yes, evening to everyone. And Emily, don't worry, Paul will turn up. He always does. But
if he says name 3 times, he turns up.
Yes. But yes, don't worry. He's just got work and things like that, so he will be popping on. Don't you worry. Just gonna have a check if he has messaged. But he will be here because it's Paul. He doesn't miss a Wednesday. But yes, so if you see me looking down here, I've got another screen down here with both of the games on. It was Derby weekend. We had 7-goal thrillers. You're welcome from a Villa perspective.
You're welcome from an Arsenal perspective.
And from an Arsenal perspective as well. Yeah. Didn't do too badly at all, did we? But yes, we're going to talk about old rivalries, huge stats, big investments, and bigger investments from a certain London team. As you can imagine, Paul has lots of thoughts about that. And say his name, and he does appear. Here he is. Hey.
Hello, folks. And as you can hear, there's an auntie, so I might need to disappear. Good to see you again, Adam.
Good to see you again, Paul. Hopefully the internet holds up this time. It's going well. If we should lose, I'll blame it on the internet, and that's why I frantically disappeared in a pool of tears. But
that makes sense. Don't worry, I'm going to be nice to Arsenal because of obviously the North London derby and all sorts of stuff. This is a whole different kettle of fish. This is just torture.
And so it's the worst scoreline, isn't it? 0-0, because you're just waiting forever to see.
I'm just waiting for it.
Can happen, yeah.
I was saying this because I was at the home leg, and I just said, "This is why I hate football. Like, I love football; it's great, but it's games like this I just wish didn't exist. Like, and it's just, I know we got a 2-goal lead, but there was an effort right at the end of the first leg that Retin Canary blocked, like from Lotte Wibbemoy would have made it 4-1. But then all those moments, those goals got disallowed, and they hit the post a few times, and it's just, I know it's 0-0, but it doesn't feel, but we're 3-1 on aggregate, but it feels like on an eye fest. I just feel if Chelsea score at any point in this game, they're just going to go on and motor away as Alessia Thompson bursts down the wing, but Arsenal get the blocking, and it's Ford starting this one, which is an interesting one. Obviously, it was Kelly and Smith who started the weekend, but Ford's come straight back off the plane from the Asian Cup, and she's in the starting lineup for this one. So
yes, and I think, I mean, we'll talk about it, but I think Caitlin Ford's goal at the weekend that's been a long time coming. I think for her and her confidence as well, it was definitely what she needed. It's getting tense in the Sunderland Birmingham match. If anyone ever gets bored, look at the comments on like live streams of football matches. So many people are just having like little petty arguments about who's supporting who and who's better supporters, and it's like, calm down, just watch the game.
Yeah.
And you'll be absolutely fine. Right then, we're getting a change for the lasses. Looks like Dunbar's coming on. Ooh, but who for? Who for, Jeff?
Mm-hmm. How's that?
Is it? Libby McGuinness looks like is coming off for youngster Dunbar. I haven't seen much of Dunbar, so this should be good. But yes, so we do have the live football on. 10 minutes left of Birmingham and Sunderland, still 0-0. And we said how important that's going to be for the top of the table, and still 0-0 to Adam's displeasure in the Chelsea-Arsenal game.
Am I right in thinking if Birmingham do get a late goal, they're 1 point off the top, and suddenly...
No, they will be equal.
They be level?
They'll be level, yeah, but better on goal difference.
So, last day watch along still happening then?
Oh, it's going to be good. So yes, get it in your diaries, everyone. Last day of the WSL2, we will be doing live watch along because this will be going right down to the final day. However, Lucy Bronze is down after collision.
She just went for a sliding tackle and cleared the ball. It was a clean tackle, so just a bit of a follow for afterwards, but nothing major.
Just a bit of her ankle. Yeah,
but nothing major. But so Russo turning
spin,
just
made a steal,
free kick.
For sure.
Yeah.
Adam, can I ask you, as an Arsenal fan,
you win a broken leg
to see the absolute chaos at Chelsea.
Please.
Have you seen anything of how the Chelsea fan base in general have well and truly turned on Sonia Bonpasta? Like, I think we're way beyond writing Sonia out on an underpass in Fulham, like on Fulham Broadway or whatever. Like,
I don't know. If things go the way I hope they go, you might see me down there with a spray canister or something, trying to get something stirred up. It is crazy from an outsider's perspective how quickly this season has sort of slumped from them being treble winners and unbeaten treble winners to potentially, I mean, if they lose this, which as things stand, we are over a third of the way through the time. We're just coming up to 40 minutes and it's still 0-0. So as things stand, although I think McCabe has just done a bit of a naughty there with a shirt pull. I'm surprised he hasn't been booked. It's surprising how, from a league perspective, how badly they dropped off, because there's every chance if they were to go out tonight, they might not be in Europe next season, yes. which is crazy when you think about it. I mean, yes, they won the League Cup. I think Chelsea want to win more than just the League Cup. And I say, yes, as a fan of a club who that was the only trophy we won for a few seasons. But they have aspirations for bigger than that. Manchester City are going to win the league. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And so it looks like potentially it is, no league and potentially no FA Cup. You've got players who are out of contract in the end of the season. I know they've got some problems with injuries. Maya Ramirez, she's been out injured. I think
long time now, yeah.
There's a lot of obviously big hitters out that they would, but at the same time, it's a very talented squad. They've got Sam Kerr back. You've got Alessia Thompson. Naomi Gurma's on the bench tonight as Steener's running through here, but Hampton's going to get the ball. So I do wonder sometimes with this sort of the knee-jerk reaction you're inferring, Paul. How much of it is if when you're so used to success and being successful every single season, to have a season when you're not successful and to this degree, is probably a bit of a culture shock. It's like jumping in an ice bath. If you're not used to that drop off from the level that Emma Hayes drilled into the team. They've won, I think it's six league titles in a row they've won. They're obviously not going to get number 7 this season as Arsenal clear the cross. And that's going to sting. They know they want to win Europe, and the reason Steph's just gone up in the knot. They brought Sonia Mbamba in to win the Champions League because she's won the Champions League with Lyon. So they thought, right, we'll get Sonia in. Brilliant coach. She'll win the Champions League, and then we can all say the first season it didn't go too well for them in the semi-final, and there's every chance that if things stay as they are, it will happen again. And I think there is an element of maybe a drop-off. There's also the Paul Green. Can't look away from Paul Green and that departure from the club. There's a lot of unhappiness, I think, from Chelsea fans and the way the club is being run, from the CEO downwards, and the way they're sort of changing things, and certain people are leaving. And I can understand why there might be a bit of a lack of or a drop-off in faith in Sonia. But I do think it's a bit drastic. I think last season we saw her quality. You're not an idiot if you win a treble and an unbeaten treble at that. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting time for Chelsea. We haven't seen them fail to win the league since 2018-19, and we certainly haven't seen this sort of drop-off since probably pre-Emma Hayes era. So we are in sort of unknown territory here.
And again, if you've only been a fan of Chelsea, let's say the past couple of years, there's more people got into the game, and you're, you are used to winning, then it's going to feel even worse because you haven't, been through the trenches with the team and things like that.
No, you haven't experienced the lows, so you don't know.
No,
it just seems. The reason I asked that question was because it seemed a lot more vicious than Arsenal turning on Jonas Eidevall was, and that was fairly vicious. But this is...
you think it's more? You think it's worse? Well, I think it's because with Jonas, he never won the league. So Jonas, you have to understand, when Jonas came in, Arsenal weren't in a period of dominance of winning the league every season. So it's the old frog in the water. It had already been brought up to the boil. So it wasn't as though it was not that we had fallen off. It's just that we'd never stepped up. We kept continuously falling short from doing that.
It was that block.
And then eventually, what happened. Whereas this is a drop from the top to potentially 4th. And I was thinking back to the Aston Villa game, watching Chelsea against Aston Villa. There's no way, if Emma Hayes were in charge, that's how that game would play out in that manner. There wouldn't have been a situation, I think, when Villa could have easily won that game. Kirsty Hansen, the width for woodwork of giving them the leads, and Villa would have been, fully warranted it. And it's such a drop that's so compressed. Like Arsenal's degeneration after Vic Akers was very slow and subtle. It happened over many, many years until eventually about 2014, we reached sort of the bottom of the barrel. It looks like Steph Catley's gone off injured, which is not good. And there's no...
has she gone off?
Yeah, calf injury. So it looks like Laya.
I was going to say, I saw her go down, but I didn't... Right.
Yeah, well, going to hurt. From personal experience, from current personal experience, that's going to hurt. That's really
so we had Laya, Kadina and Lotte Moy in the centre-back partnership in the first leg. Obviously, Steph Catley was away with the Asian Cup. She was brought back in the weekend, played this game. Tell a lie, it's not Kadina, it's Taylor Hines. So Taylor Hines has come in. That might see a shift from Katie McCabe to centre-back, because that's what we did in the second half of the first leg. So we'll see how that one plays. So our generation happened so slowly, we didn't really notice it, whereas it's a cold snap for Chelsea. It's boom, drop straight to 4th, potentially 3rd. No league title, no Champions League again, and not... Well, at the moment, we're just going into first half added time. We're not sure how much is going to be added on. It's still 0-0 as things stand. Arsenal for
I do enjoy how we're all sort of suffering with you, because when you did the whole no league title, no chat, well, we can't say that yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet. No, but it hasn't been the Champions League that they were hoping for has not happened yet under Sonia. Everybody thought that was just going to be a shortcut to Champions League. You get a Champions League. You know, it's like Coventry getting a manager who gets teams promoted, gets is guaranteed to get them promoted. So
now you've put the scud on it. That's revenge for all my criticism of Alessia Russo, isn't it?
I'll get one of them in.
If they miss promotion, automatic promotion by a point, I'm heading south. Like,
in all honesty, mate, I do hope they do get up, because I'm all for sort of teams that I hear a lot about from history perspective, but never been in the Premier League. So people talk about the likes of Coventry City. I've learned about the likes of Forest. It's great to see Forest in the Premier League, because historically I've heard there were great things about them, and then they were never in the league when I saw them. So I do have a team like Coventry, who I've heard so much about, do get to see them in the Premier League, hopefully. And
you can just experience what Freya has this season: the joy of seeing your badge back on Match of the Day.
Yes,
on the title intro, alongside the likes of Arsenal and wherever else.
People actually talking about it. Although, if you did look at the WSL highlights from the weekend, 7-goal thriller, mention Newskin, mention James. They didn't even mention Villa were there, scored any goals. So it's still up by us.
Everyone knows that they're not Villa, they're the Aztecs. That's the real.
Yes,
they are the Aztecs.
Put it back to the Aztecs and be there.
There are only 4 teams. That's what it is. There are only 4 teams in the WSL, according to the media.
Everyone else just makes up the numbers, don't they?
The only one whose team gets covered here, the only one who gets to hear about his team here is Adam.
It's only 4 teams: Arsenal, Villa, London City Lionesses, and Chelsea. That was because Nessie said hello in the chat, wasn't it? That was great.
I've promised Nessie I'm going to rant about certain financial news.
Oh, go on. I just went over the net.
I thought for a second you were that excited about me ranting about
always, Paul, always. No, that was a really, really close chance for Sunderland. So header off. I think that's Scarzy. And it just, it was Emily Scar. It goes too high. It lands on top of the net. Yeah, what a chance. Honestly, this is, I know I've been a bit quiet, but I'm glued to this. So in the 90th minute, there's 5 minutes of added time. It's still 0-0. Sunderland playing so well. You can tell Birmingham haven't seen this coming at all. And you just think, what can possibly happen?
Update from my half. It's half time at Stamford Bridge, and it's 0-0. So Arsenal are halfway there. But as we saw last season, it's very easy in the second half of a second leg to concede 3 goals very quickly, because that's what we did against Real Madrid. So Chelsea could do the same. But as things stand, Arsenal are there, but it's a long way to go yet.
As we saw early on this evening, it's very easy for a tie to turn around in a few minutes at the end of the second leg.
Yes, and I want to get to that in a minute. But just a shout out to Nessie, because I saw in the chat. I did send you some DMs, Nessie. Yes. Please get in touch with me, because I've got some stuff I need to discuss with you about, because you mentioned last time you mentioned you knew another player, which is Janet Clark. Please get in touch with me, because there's something I want to swap notes on and get a bit of clarity on that one. But yeah, the Man United game, because I watched Man United Bayern Munich before, fully expecting Bayern Munich to steamroll, and they didn't. And Man United just, in total Mark Skinner style, decided to treat it as, to use an analogy, Coventry City away in the FA Cup against Liverpool, and go, right, we'll scab a goal, and then we're going to hold out for penalties. And through Mark Skinner style, he went for a big low block, and it didn't happen. They got 2 goals right at the end, rightly so for Bayern Munich.
They scored.
Who scored?
No, Birmingham.
Boo.
No.
No.
That's sad for Sunderland, but in terms of drama,
in terms of drama for the neutral, perfect. So this ball, then let's have a look. Goes over.
Is the last game of the season? Is it at the Valley or is it at St Andrews?
St Andrews, I think. Let me double check.
Again,
will probably be quicker to answer that than us.
Lily Crosswaite's just able to turn. Just a split second.
What's
a tiny moment.
Northeast girl as well.
But you know what? Right, I will say this. Considering opening day of the season, when Sunderland got absolutely battered, remember it was 5-0.
I don't.
Was that last season? Oh God, I don't know where my season was.
Last season.
Last season, yeah. And you just think to hold them 0-0 up until the 93rd minute is huge.
Oh gosh, I thought it was half time. It's right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, 93rd minute. Yeah.
No.
So now Birmingham have gone top. Birmingham are officially top, 41 points. Charlton in second with 41 points.
It's genuinely scary to think. 2-3 weeks ago we were talking. End of February we were sat there. Charlton are there.
Did they lose? Did they lose to the bottom? Did they lose to the bottom side of the table? Am I reading that right? Did they lose to was it Ipswich or Portsmouth or something? There was a game they lost.
They lost to Portsmouth, I believe.
Yeah, and then they've lost quite a few games recently, haven't they? They've really sort of.
Yeah, so they held their unbeaten run. And then there's been a couple of, unfortunately, losses in the wrong places.
I was going to say, I appreciate we're torturing Graham here at the moment. I do apologise, but
I will say, we can all fully empathise, and I can empathise with Graham, as everyone who's followed the Sky Blues this season. They went 13 points clear, then fucked it up, and are now back 8 points clear.
Yeah.
So, Graham, just believe Sky Blue fashion.
Yeah.
They're making
some Sky Blue thinking.
Nice.
Very good.
I'm amazed they haven't used that as a hashtag yet.
I know, surprise. Well, Adam, you mentioned Bayern Man United earlier. So if people didn't catch it at the early kickoff, so Melvin Mala, it was a really good goal actually. They started really strong.
Yeah, it was good.
Got the goal, and he just thought, right, game on, let's do it. And then that was it. Like you said, it was almost as if they went, "Yep, that's enough."
Yeah,
and just no outlet at all, no attacking threat.
Someone was talking to me. It was like Mark Skinner had forgotten that his side he'd actually lost the first leg, because if he'd drawn the first leg, 2-2, you think 100%, absolutely, you got the winning score, but you haven't. You need a second goal. There was I think Rolfo had a chance in the first half. The thing is, and didn't score. But the thing is about United is they started well, but they didn't fully capitalise on it. And as someone who's watched Arsenal go to Bayern Munich, you might get your chance in the first half. You won't get your chances in the second half. I have suffered that. It was painful. And I looked at it and I was thinking, it's going to happen again, isn't it? Now, what I will say of Manchester United, and I have my own, as Paul does, I have criticisms about Mark Skinner and so forth, but I can't deny that he has got probably one of the most well-drilled defences in the WSL. I mean, except for when they're playing Manchester City. Apart from that, but as an Arsenal fan, we've played them 3 times and we've not scored a goal. They can low block the heck out of you. I don't think you can do that against Manchester City because it's a derby and there's an element of you've got to go for them. But if Skinner doesn't want to lose a game and try not to, and just go, right, we're going to go full lockdown, he will pull his troops in and they will defend their goal of their lives. And to be fair, for 80 minutes, they were doing just about that. But eventually the pressure told, and the moment one went in, it was the second followed so quickly afterwards. The criticism is, and it's been pointed out, is he only made 1 sub before the 2 goals went in. He didn't. So that team the squad is so small with Manchester United, so they're on their legs with all the games they've played. And they didn't bother to refresh the team. And I just think the exhaustion just kicked in by the end. They just couldn't do it. They couldn't close down spaces. They couldn't.
And whose fault is it? The squad's so small.
Well, it's obviously the owners because they're not investing money, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. It's spent a bit more money. Right. It's officially full time at Birmingham Sunderland, 1-0. And you can see what it means as Birmingham are celebrating. Amy Merricks and her team did a very enthusiastic celebration as well, knowing they are now top of the table.
How far away is the gap between second and third? Because it's top 2 that get promoted. So even if Charlton miss out on the title, they can still get in as being the best, the second best team.
It will be harder for them not to get through at this point. So as Birmingham City and Charlton both on 41 points, Crystal Palace are on 35. So they've still got a good 6 points there.
You're talking to 2 people. Adam's watched Arsenal men the past few seasons.
Yes.
I've watched Coventry City for 40 years. And you're like, it's harder not to do it at this point. This is the point where both me and Adam are just like, oh, shit.
So it's going to happen, right? Okay. So there's still 6 points. So it's still looking decent.
Is it Karen Hill? Is that the manager for Charlton?
Yes.
I'm just imagining going to the press conference and talking about Birmingham City and so going, they've still got to go to Sunderland to get a result. You know what? And I'd love it if they beat them. I'd love it. Unfortunately with Charlton, I think they've blown a few title runs before, so it will be. I think it may well be they'll go for second. But you say, was it 6? How many games left? Is it 2, 3 games left? There's not many left with the WSL2.
It's just 2, I think.
So basically, if they just win the next game, they're promoted.
I think mathematically they would have to spectacularly lose, because I know they by a considerable amount, and have one of the chasing teams win both. Yeah.
Because I know if they had beaten Palace, they would have been up. So what? Yeah, to try to work out what is their next game before the big Birmingham blockbuster.
So they away to Southampton on the 26th.
Tell you what, think about it.
They've got the FA Cup against Liverpool this weekend as well.
They do. So they've got distraction
on the last day. So yeah, Southampton, and that's it.
I can't gauge how good or bad Southampton are. I hear mixed messages all the time. But you just think if they get if they trip up badly and lose a 1-0 there, suddenly they could lose all the remaining games, and then it's a playoff with as it stands, Leicester City, I think.
Honestly, the way it goes, whoever's in third, I think they've got a shout against Leicester. I really, really do.
I do look at it, and I think Crystal Palace have got Ipswich at home, so you would back Palace to gain 3 points.
You would. They look very good at the weekend. Sorry, Graham.
But yeah, Ipswich are starting to do their thing now as well.
I was gutted they didn't get something from that.
Ipswich, of course, have a game in hand down at the bottom as well, because they play the Wednesday before everybody comes back in a massive 6-pointer on a Wednesday night for us to sit and have a watch along. Ipswich Town United.
Done.
Ipswich versus Town versus
Sheffield.
Oh, Sheffield, the Blades. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh, relegation 6-pointer.
Relegation 6-pointer.
Relegation.
Best kind of.
Unless the rest of the season has been a fever dream and the table's upside down. Yes, it's a relegation.
You know what? For the WSL2, anything goes. Really, anything goes. But yes. So the Man United match from earlier, we were just saying that Man United there was no outlet. I don't know why they didn't bring Leah Schuler on a bit earlier. That was a really late change. But yeah, Bayern Munich, that second half just completely dominated. Vigos Dottir, 80th minute, makes it 1-1 and then 4-3 aggregate, of course. And then Linda Dahlmann with a lovely, it kind of, Mala clears it off the line, doesn't she, as it comes in initially. And then it falls to Dahlmann's feet and you can just see her going, this is going in. Hang on.
Yeah.
And just
like a traction engine.
Fires it into the back of the net and just think, game done.
Linda Dahlmann, by the way, for anyone who plays Football Manager, Linda Dahlmann, you can get her for any WSL team for about £60,000 from Bayern.
Bargain.
And she is an absolute Football Manager beast.
Yeah. I did like that goal because it is just pure power, and if you keep it down, it doesn't matter who's there; it's going straight in the net. It's just unsavable, and it was sort of justice because if it had been, say, just pulling an air out of a hat, if that had been FC 20, for example, or St. Malmo, should I say, clinging on for a 1-0 again away at Bayern Munich, I'd want them to do what I'd want them to do it. The underdog spirit. It's very difficult to play the underdog card when you're Manchester United.
Yes.
It's very difficult to say, it's us against you're Manchester United. You can't on the one hand say, we're Manchester United, we're the biggest team in the world, and then on the flip side say, yeah, but they're bigger than us, and we've got a huge gap. No, if you want to be
new team,
to use the football cliches joke, I mean, this is Manchester United Football Club.
This is you need Gary Neville. This is Manchester United. This is so it's they kind of caught him as halfway out. So you've got Mark Skinner, who is a really good underdog manager, trying to be a big team manager with Manchester United, and you end up with bizarre juxtapositions. Where I remember when they went out to PSG in the Champions League, he was saying, Manchester United should be in the Champions League every season. We're a big club. And then you go to Bayern Munich, and I'm not saying go all guns blazing, take the game to them, but you have to compete in a much better way. I remember when Arsenal, I went up to Germany to watch us play in Bayern Munich, and we lost 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. But it wasn't like, defend the Alamo. We hit the post. We had chances cleared off the line. We took the game to Germany. We were quite unlucky not to come away with a point. It was just a 1-0 defeat. Whereas
I dread the idea, because I'm going to go back and sing the praises of Arsenal, because clearly.
Let me just turn the volume. Hang on.
Clearly the pain meds have driven me mad. But I fully agree with your point, because Arsenal going to Lyon, for example, and
we just chased the game and we just went for them. We didn't get one goal hand back. We just kept going and going and Once you've got that, it's the difference in an MMA fight. Man United landed the punch and went, "Oh, we'll kind of stand back because we'll just wait for the time to go down." Yeah. Whereas Arsenal, which is classic, one knockout punch, and even before they started to drop, they wrapped just them up going. And bang, 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 bang. To be fair, as much as I love to indulge on that Lyon game, and I will gladly turn the time, there was an element of it was amazing, but as Arsenal fans, we know there were a lot of factors on the Lyon side that really played into our favour. One of them being that the manager was Joe Montemurro, who committed to tactical insanity with the way he teamed up. In the first leg, Lyon completely outplayed us, and we were lucky to only be one goal behind. And in the second leg, they completely got the lineup wrong, they got the tactics wrong, and we benefited off an own goal, a defensive howler, two defensive howlers, an own goal, and a worldie from Mariona Caldente. Now, I mean, there is you can dress it up in that manner. It was still an incredible result, and one that will stay with us. So we did, we got a few chance moments, but we took advantage of them.
Emily. You can tell that's a Liverpool fan talking, can't you? Take away the badge and the men's side of things, and Man United are shit. That's some lucky noobies. You didn't say that. That was just me paraphrasing.
Right.
Some lucky newbies who have an FA Cup and a championship that they got flipping parachuted into to the net.
Well, that's what some would have you believe as well.
They're basically London City with a better PR team.
Well, they play a lot on the history and the badge, don't they? So that's how they're getting in. Yes. So Chris, just seen you, mate. Lovely to have you. Don't worry about your tech issues. We're still just having a chat about this evening's football. So the players are back out on the pitch for Chelsea Arsenal. Just waiting for a huge second half.
I think Man United have to sack Skinner.
Was it Matt who put that in the chat earlier? Yeah. So if United don't finish in the top three, surely Skinner's gone.
Even if they do, Skinner should be gone, because he
should. Yeah, I think it's about time, isn't it? There's clearly a block as to what they can achieve as they are. So surely, why not try a different approach and a different manager?
He's an absolute anchor to that team. An anchor, I said, everybody.
Yeah. Well, we all talk about how Gareth Taylor, friends of mine say how Gareth Taylor completely sandbagged Manchester City. And you see what they're like this season. Just because he held them back. And you look at them this season, and they've just stormed the league. Under Jose Juncker, they got a better manager in. But the thing is, would you trust Manchester United to appoint the right manager, with knowing how their setup is?
Well, that's the thing, knowing the higher ups and what they'd actually do. So they're probably just going to keep Skinner forever until he decides.
It's going to get to top three. I think that will be seen as acceptable. I think the one time
they'll probably go. Well, you've got Europe, so all right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the one time we did get into Europe, I think they actually won the FA Cup, so that was kind of an actual tangible success. So it is the old thing.
But all the points people are making, I can't remember which one of the wonderful journalists made that point. Whether it was Megan Feringa or it might have been Catherine Batt this time round, who made the point. But similarly to the kind of Gary Neville type thing, for most clubs where Man United are sitting, given the state of women's football and the WSL and the gap between the rest of the league and Arsenal and Chelsea initially in terms of investment and everything else, you can go, okay, fair enough. but it's Man United, and he's full of excuse. And in previous jobs, he was at Orlando Pride. He was shit. Won around a third of their games, sandbagged them, then went to Birmingham and was shit and got sacked.
I think it was at Birmingham first, and I think he chose to leave to take up a job in the NWSL. I thought he was doing all right at Birmingham. He got him to the FA Cup finals, which hadn't done before. Well, for the second time in the history, I should say, because they did win it against Chelsea once. To note that free kick from Arsenal here, and it's flown straight through Fox to go back in the box, and it's gone down his gloves. Carpenter's book. Yeah, Taylor's. It was dive.
She's been close all game from what I've seen. Is Ellie Carpenter?
That was very referees bought that, unfortunately. So I think the level Mark Skinner can manage at. It just depends on what if Manchester United see themselves as being an Arsenal or a Chelsea level. I don't think Mark Skinner is that level of manager. I think he's a perfectly competent manager. The club, I think, and this is no sly on any clubs anyway, the club I think he'd be actually quite good at would be at Aston Villa. That would be the sort I think he would make Aston Villa hard to beat. You'd take scalps off the big teams, and there'll be a well-drilled, well-functioning sort of unit.
What Natalia
Arroyo is trying to say about Villa at the minute, Adam. That's a bit rude.
Well, let's say Chelsea score 4 goals against you.
Yeah, but we've got Arroyo. Why would you want to trade her in for Skinner?
Or West Ham United, or Leicester City.
West Ham, perhaps.
Maybe a West Ham who are they've tried a couple of managers that even like a Leicester, like they need to stop conceding. They need a purpose. They need a plan. They need something.
A team who are simply satisfied with survival, because that's what Mark Skinner is like an IKEA couch. He's perfectly good to sit on, and he usually bears the impression of the last person to sit on him. But
what an analogy!
If you're an Arsenal, a Chelsea, a Man United, and you're furnishing your living room, you want your Bang & Olufsen's stereo systems and your bespoke.
I'm quite happy with my. I'm quite happy with my John. What about a nice John Lewis sofa? Because I got one of those, but it also doubles as a sofa bed. It's got multi-use. It's quite good.
By Midland standards, John Lewis is posh, so
okay, I'll take that.
Hey, John Lewis is good. I think Skinner's quite happy to be quite boring, quite defensive, quite samey, quite that. But and again, just using the example of Kirsty Hansen, who we're seeing absolutely fly.
She's brilliant.
She couldn't get minutes. She came on loan to Villa because there was no space for it in that United team, because he wasn't willing to change, and look where she is now. So
Mark Skinner has come from a universe where the deities want to destroy. Space Jam.
No,
yes,
Monsters in Space Jam, where they just come through a portal and they want to destroy basketball and fun and joy and everything as they know it, and just be a boring shit machine that nobody likes. Mark Skinner is a monster. That's what he is.
He is the kind of guy who would take a vibrant attacking side and drain all excitement out of it in the name of efficiency and pragmatism. He's basically like Gareth Southgate with England. That's what he is.
He's the kind of person who'd buy a Muller fruit corner and not mix them because it'd be a bit too daring.
I can get my good vibe on that one. Anyway, should we moving along from this? I
was going to say this game's just getting really feisty. I can't. It's great.
I'll have a corner here. McCabe on it. Let's hope we can score from it. After the weekend, we've turned into a bit of a set piece FC. So let's hope we do the same.
Yeah. Where's that?
There we go. It's a header. Oh,
God. Oh, I'm behind.
Something happened there. It looked like something.
Why is Disney late?
Sky Sports have got nothing on Adam just then. Paul Merson reacted stuff just like, oh God.
I thought Stina had headed it in, but I think I wonder if it got blocked by our own player. It's still Arsenal on the ball.
So I'll let you know.
Yeah, you're probably behind me on the street.
Yeah, she heads it down, and I think it goes off Lotta, doesn't it? Because you just see Lotta go, oh.
But I don't know if it was going wide and hit Lotta, or if it was going in and hit Lotta. That's the thing. Is now Chelsea looking to counter attack. It's Sam Kerr bursting for the middle. Fox, Lotta there. It's Kerr. Tipped over! Daphne's first save of the night, and she has tipped over the effort from Kerr. Kerr pounds the pitch in frustration, but it's one ball over the top. Arsenal playing well on there, but Kerr catches them. She's onside, well behind.
That's a lovely ball over the top, though.
Box.
See,
Kerr chops inside. She has two of company, goes to it, and it's a splendid save from Daphne. It's
I like it already because
tip stuff over the bar.
She
had a bit of a clanger at the weekend with the Beth Lingen strike when the ball went through her fingers like a bar of soap. But this was a much better technically executed save. It is a corner to Chelsea. 50 in.
I am just glad that we do have a United fan in the chat who was agreeing, and send that clown out the door, give us a comment.
Yeah,
we've all been saying it. The noise is getting louder and louder, isn't it?
So the noise is getting louder, but it's interesting if you look at Twitter, if you look at all the
Arsenal back now, it's James again. James with the cross swinging onto the roof of the net. Goal kick.
We're all suffering with Adam here, aren't we?
Yeah. I know.
Especially if I'm like 30 seconds behind, so I'm like waiting out for what Adam's reacting to.
I just realised I could drop some fake news in here, and you'd have no idea if I.
I don't.
I think
Renee's come on and scored. What are you talking about?
The better for Arsenal, though.
Oh, Lauren James. Oh,
you're not going to like this, but the longer this game stays 0-0, the better for Arsenal because the more.
Oh, it is because Chelsea get more desperate. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ball over top here now for Fords. We've got Steiner in support. A Carpenter short shepherding her, but Ford plays it inside. It's Steiner. Bronze gets the foot in.
And again, if any team can score a breakaway goal,
it's Chelsea.
It's Arsenal.
Well, I'd say Chelsea have got likes of Lauren James and Sam Coe pace. She ping balls over the top. I was at the Emirates for the first leg. They got in the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They had two breakaway chances. Post. They should have scored, and they didn't. And
I would agree, but if it was the other way, I'd be more worried because Arsenal would have to come forward, and then, like you say,
over the top. But problem is, I'm just waiting. If Chelsea get the first goal, then I just think it'd be like the Bayern game we just saw earlier. It would just be the first domino.
The Cave needs to be careful. That was a bit annoying.
Yeah.
The reason podcasts are still singing Mark Skinner's praises is because he's mates with all of them. Never underestimate media connection, particularly in the women's.
Who's whispering in the ears? Don't worry, we'll always tell our truth.
Nobody likes us. We're the Millwall of podcast, so we can just like everybody else.
Bronze has just hit a ball straight out into the River Thames there. Not a great effort from Bronze. Bit of a desperate one, but yeah, I mean, it's like the game we had at Stamford Bridge earlier in the season. It was 0-0 for the whole first half, and then eventually we got the moment. It was Mead who got them opening there in the second half, and we were able to see it out. I
think the fourth moment for Manchester United was when Martin Ho left for Brann, or was allowed to leave for Brann.
Yeah, you saw that shift, didn't you?
You saw the shift.
Just how much Martin Ho actually did. Yeah.
If he had been given the chance, when United basically dismantled an incredible coaching tree because they had a turd at the top of it, but underneath, the branches were incredible because you had Charlotte Healy doing the under-21s, who's now doing great things at Bristol City.
And you've got Martin Ho, who's rocking the league with Spurs.
Who is doing excellent things with Spurs.
Well, he was for the first half of the season. Not so great in recent.
Not so much this weekend.
I do think,
but they're very much a rejuvenated Spurs side, aren't they? Compared to what?
Yeah, but we saw this with Robert Villahelm. This is what I always say: when Arsenal play Spurs in a North London derby, it's always you do really well against them every other season. So the first season, you get the first, new manager come in, new manager bounce, Ray and Skinner. They're competitive, they're hard to break down, they get a draw. Next season, we absolutely batter them. The season after that, Robert Villahelm comes in. They're tough to break down. They're really good in transition. They get a win against us at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs are back, and then next season they get absolutely battered again. And then this season they turned up. Yeah, they're at Brisbane Road. It's a gritty 0-0 draw. Great work, Martin Ho, and. Now the first half of the season's gone. It's all gone backwards again.
But
so they keep yo-yoing.
Spurs actually have an identity now. They've been working to.
Yeah,
Wilhelm was trying to build one, but for whatever reason, either he didn't.
Kim Little with a very wild clearance there. That could have gone anywhere. Thankfully, it didn't go in the net, but it is a Chelsea.
That's probably a collector's item, surely, a wild.
It's a wild
swing from
Kim. Cross comes in here. Just have a look, and yeah, she goes for the left foot to clear the cross, but it spins the wrong way and just goes out for a corner. It's a very weird technique there, but Arsenal got to defend the corner here. Lauren James has gone short for this one. It's back with James, in swinger, loop to the far post. A bit of a scramble, but Arsenal looking to counter here with Ford. She's got the defence on her shoulder. She's going to hold on to it. She is. She's going to play for the foul, surely. No.
Okay, I've just seen Kim Little shot.
Oh,
that's how far behind I am.
Yeah, you've seen it, haven't you? You've seen the clearance. It's a wild one. And Lotta wins the foul off the number 6. Good from and yeah, you just got to wonder. The longer it stays 0-0, as we're on 58 minutes now.
This is where you can tell just something's just gonna there's going to be a mistake or there's going to be something because they're going so quick in transition. You just think there's so many legs everywhere.
The thing is, Arsenal don't need to score. This is the thing, but they're not. But what Arsenal aren't doing is they're not putting 11 players behind the ball and just low blocking and trying to see it out. Is they're keeping Chelsea honest. They're not sitting deep in the back half, and so they're not making it easy for Chelsea. Now the chances, yes, but Arsenal are at 58 minutes as Katie launched the ball upfield.
That's what Chelsea needs, don't they? They need teams push them. They need teams really going for it.
I'm not sure there's
changes. Baltimore and Charles are going to come on in a minute as Arsenal play this out for a throw.
And so it's substitute time. Chelsea's bench, you're right. They've got Baltimore, Charles, Germer, Captain, Peng, Potter, Saudi, Spencer.
Erin Cuthbert off. The armband has gone to Kira Walsh. So Erin Cuthbert off. Sandy Baltimore on.
Sandy
Baltimore on. Now there is a talent, and I think it's Buchanan who's coming off. So that's the defender, Buchanan. And I believe it's Neve Charles who's coming on for her. So Charles and Cuthbert on, Buchanan and Cuthbert off. So interesting changes there from Sonia. Sam Kerr's having a wrestling match with the defenders in the box. Comes to nothing as the clock hits 60.
I'm trying to work out what that means change-wise then, because if it
the formation is
Buchanan coming off, I'd have thought, right, okay, Viola Berman moves to the middle.
Well, they were starting with back 4, so it might mean a shift to a back 3.
And then Baltimore and
Baltimore Charles Wing-backs, maybe. I'm not overly.
Because then it'll be Baltimore and Carpenter wing-backs, which is Bronze at centre-back, which is
right.
Brave.
Well, Baltimore's cross is just blocked there by Lottie Wibben-Moy as.
Brave is certainly the word.
I also do agree. I don't get the Bronze at centre back thing because you united the best part of Lucy Bronze's game by putting her at centre back.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? Because
which is that raid down the ring, and you're playing Viola Berman out of position.
Yeah, Sondy looks like she's out wide. Yeah.
It looks lopsided when you've got. Maybe it'll be a little less lopsided now. You've actually got Carpenter and Baltimore bombing down each wing, but
yeah, it just. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. So yeah, 60th minutes there at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah. So a narrow 3 behind Kerr then, Nuskin, James, and Thompson. 5-3, 5-4-1.
Nuskin, James, Thompson. Yeah, 3 behind.
5-1-3-1 almost.
McCabe's gone down, clutching something or other. I think it's a contact in a collision in the tackle, but that's a bit of a concern because Arsenal have was a booking for Lauren James here.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll let you know when I get to it what happens.
Yeah, so we'll just go for the replay here. So I think it's a tackle.
Oh, yeah, that was naughty.
Yeah, so McCabe's gone to head the ball down, and Lauren James has landed her foot on the back of Katie McCabe. Now. You have to. Is it accidental or is that a sly one on McCabe? I don't know. Referee's probably gone for the safe option and just acknowledged it with a booking, and I don't think VAR will.
I mean, if it had been any other player receiving it, I might have been a bit more sympathetic. But McCabe is more than capable of landing a few of those sly ones.
Well, I think McCabe can do the ID thing, but I don't think she's the kind of person who would slam her studs on the back of someone's leg while they're on the ground. And if they were, I'd expect them to be sent off. With the judgment
she's landed, isn't it? Katie's just kind of rolled towards the. It looked painful. Yellow card. I don't think it's intentional.
I think it's just Lauren James lost her balance, lost her footing, and Katie McCabe was just lying there. But sometimes you know there are probably players. I'm not saying Lauren James, but the players we know who know how to leave one on a player and make it look like an accident. I don't think that's the case with Lauren James. But you can understand why there's some way.
One of them for Chelsea has just gone off, because if that's Erin Cuthbert, then much as we love Erin Cuthbert, I would suspect that Erin Cuthbert might have left one on there.
There's just a very funny moment.
She's a veritable high priestess of the dark arts, Erin Cuthbert.
There was a bit of a quantum entanglement there with James and Lauren James and Katie McCabe. They got into a bit of a tangle. There was a pat on the back from McCabe afterwards. That's an interesting battle, I think, for the rest of the game. See what happens there. Wouldn't be surprised if there's more yellow cards in that vicinity.
They're going to have to be careful. Yeah.
So can't hold on to it, and Chelsea go long. Arsenal haven't really had an effort in the second half. I'd say Chelsea probably had more of the ball, but the only real big effort has been that Sam Kerr shot on the counter, which Daphne tipped over.
Sam Kerr is playing 90 minutes this game, let's face it, because who do you bring on?
That's the problem. They have got no other strikers because Beaver Jones is out, and obviously Ramirez. I don't know when we're going to see Mara Ramirez next. So she just I don't know. I don't know what the injury is.
Hasn't she?
Yeah, I don't know what the injury is, but it must be terrible. But Chelsea have had, ever since Sam Kerr had that really bad ACL, and I'm really glad that she's obviously overcome that. They've had a real problem in the striking department with strikers just trying to stay fit. They just keep losing strikers. It's really bad. Sam Kerr long-term injury. Now Myra long-term injury.
Why them loaning out Micah Hamano in January was a real surprise.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Yeah,
massive benefit for Spurs, obviously, and a fantastic player.
I'm good fan.
Really weird personnel decision. Paul Green wouldn't have made that decision.
Oh, and there's a booking here. It's for Taylor Hines for time wasting on the throw-in. We're at 65 minutes in, and we've had our first booking for time wasting. It was an amusing moment about, I think, the first 90 seconds. Daphne got told off by the keeper for taking too long on the goal kicks. 90 seconds into a game, and the referee was... But no, Hines is on a booking. Some might say she should be sent off if the ref had deemed her to have dived earlier in the second half. Hines was a second half substitute. Well, no, sorry, substitute. She was a substitute for Steph Catley.
That felt quite quick for time wasting. Oh, I think it was just on the edge. She was pushing it, wasn't she?
Also counter here. Stina's trying to stay on side here. Marion's holding on to it. Still holding on to it.
Stina's trying to stay on side.
Yeah. Well, you can see her trying to adjust. I know there's a joke with Stina and offside, but she was trying additional.
Hey, if you can rely on anyone to verse
she's doing that movement where she's trying to run backwards while moving forward. She's trying to advance on the goal, but retreat enough to stay with
What side?
It's yeah.
I see. Yeah.
Move forward, but more slowly.
She's like weaving in and out, trying to.
Yeah, it's like trying desperately to stay on side.
Bending her run. As
and now she has been flagged offside. Never changed, Stina. Never changed. She was on side at the weekend there.
Players who can bend their run. It's proper striking skill, that.
Yeah.
Obviously, they never taught it in Sweden, but.
No. But they taught other things in Sweden, like how to score winners in Champions League finals. So it's different skills, different countries.
Which I know which one would probably rather.
I do wonder because the point was keeping the chat of does Bombasta survive a quarter-final exit? Like, I don't yet.
I think it depends how the league finishes.
There's an alternative.
I don't think there is an alternative. Not unless we think Mark Skinner's going to be available soon.
Imagine.
I'll be all for it. Yeah. As Chelsea come forward here, cross into the box, it's Sam Kerr was stooping to head it, and I think there was a flick on just ahead of her, and it took it off the top of her head. I'm not sure if it was a Chelsea player or an Arsenal defender, but that cross went straight through the box. Arsenal need an exit strategy here. Cave's on the ball, and she's gone long in the channel towards Hines, but it's just going to come back to Bronze. Arsenal, I think, are sitting a bit. They're going a bit skinnery now. They're going a bit deep, and looking to think it to Russo and Stina. They can hold it and then get them on the counter.
Skinner, our Chloe's just put some brilliant quotes in from his presser after getting.
Oh, good.
Good out. You can give me all the flack. That's fine. That's no problem. That's my job. But if we want to compete at this latter stage, we've seen what we've got to do as a club. It's our choice now, isn't it?
Yeah. So piss off.
And then wait, hang on. We have to look at what we seriously want to achieve, and we'll learn and grow from it. Even as a club, we're still learning. It takes sometimes a punch in the face to wake up. Paul, that's your invitation if I've ever heard one.
I was going to say, don't. I couldn't handle an assault charge. Don't. Do you reckon that's admissible in court?
He advertised it.
You said you needed a punch in the face.
We have some Arsenal, just sorry to interrupt. We have some Arsenal subs. Olivia Smith and Emily Fox have been withdrawn. And Beth Mead and Shmila Holmberg have come on in their place. So we saw Holmberg. She played the whole game against Spurs, and she was very impressive. And what Holmberg has got is really good delivery from the wings.
Yes,
she's very good. Her cross for Ford's goal was very, very good. And Ford did very well to convert that one. Her first goal actually since in the league in WSL since West Ham way back in September. So it's been a while. Although she did score the winner in the Champions Cup final.
Holmberg is one of the best young signings of the season. It was a superb. Shmila Holmberg.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've got people who know who were able to tell about it because they're Hammerby fans, and they were saying Liberty Simons, if you know, she's a massive Hammerby fan. She was telling,
yes, we unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's like the moment, and she's saying, "Oh, we've got an absolute find here," and that's always been the problem with Emily Fox. Because Emily Fox is going to play most games, you're not going to take her shirt. And ball's played through here for Stina, and she's 1v1 with the defence. There's about 3 defenders in front of her. Couldn't see who the defender was, but it's come back up to me. Checks inside, rolls it across. It's Ford, top of the box, dinks it, head it out, and it's. Chelsea have cleared it. So yeah, Stina had a run at the goal. There's about 3 defenders in front of her. She was 1v1 with one of them, and the shot just hit the defender basically.
Yeah, it looks like, is that Charles?
Might have been Charles, but it was just a brief moment.
Edge of the box.
Chelsea had the numbers back. A big switch out here to Holmberg, who's kept it in quite well. 1v1 with Charles. Take her into the box, going to the byline, crosses. It's my days.
Was it close, Adam?
I think it was Stina. And it's anyway, it's Ford again in the box. She shot, and it's deflected out. No, Holmberg's cross comes in, and it lands at Stina's foot, and she actually ends up clearing it. I think it was there for her to hit and take the shot. But Arsenal are back on the front foot here. Ford, she's gone for Russo in the channel, and wins the corner. I think it's a corner. Is it a corner? It's corner as we go. We've got past 70 minutes, but they're just showing on the replay here. It's a really good switch of play out to Holmberg, and it's Mead and Stina in the box, and it comes to Stina, and she shoots, and it hits her standing foot. So she strikes it with her right foot, but it hits her standing left foot and cannons away. When what it needed was like a sweep to sweep it into. Yeah,
Russo straight into the steward.
Yeah, as it is, it's an Arsenal corner. 71 minutes on the clock. Beth Mead to take. In front of the Arsenal fans. Here it comes. And it's glanced clear, potentially by Chelsea head. They're chasing it down. No, it's a goal kick. So 71 minutes. I think it was Lotta with the header, which flew wide. So 71 minutes on the clock. It's still 0-0. Yeah, it's Lotta's header. I mean, her shirt's being hugged by Bronze quite visibly. VAR's not looked at it. I think it would have been soft, but yeah. So far in this game, I didn't realise this. They should have shot count at 15 shots to 7 in Arsenal's favour. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those were in the last few minutes because we've had a few then.
I'm incidentally looking at other things, and speaking of changes, I'm going to throw out Paul's name of the week for someone who the WSL should be signing in the summer.
Go on then.
Vanessa Fudala, who plays for Bayer Leverkusen.
Sounds like a tasty player.
Sounds like a dish.
Sounds like a dish, doesn't it? Russo's chopping
yeah.
inside here. Russo's gone for it, and it's wide. Wider than near post. Pulls it. Sorry.
24-year-old.
20-foot-year-old. I think a cracky.
She's 20 foot tall.
She's a giant of a player.
She strides across the pitch.
She's a target forward. Covers the ground well.
Yeah.
But no, she's
yes, you were saying, sorry.
Second or third in scoring in the Bundesliga at the moment, playing for Leverkusen, who are only fifth. Not, with all due respect to them, Bayer Leverkusen aren't hugely impressive in terms of the team, in terms of.
There's been a slip, and it's been a slip here. There's an Arsenal counter. It's 3-on-3, 4-3 if they get the switch right. I think it's Mead, 1v1. Baltimore. She's chopped inside again and again and again. Cross, head. Oh, no, Stina. The semi-final beckoned. It's not an easy job, but Stina was free in the box. She's free in the box here. It's really good work from Mead here. Just jinks her way into the box. She's got face at Baltimore. Chops in left, chops right. Gets the bar and crosses it. And Stina has a header, and it's all wrong. She's over the bar. It's...
Oh, she does. She works it.
Really
Stina.
Finish, and she knows it.
When you listen to someone commentate who just has an appreciation of the language of football.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone come to mind?
That's you, Adam, with lines like the semi-final beckoned and she put it wide.
Poppycock.
It was there for her.
I'm less Peter Drury, more Sam Matterface. As Kerr! Oh, I think there's an offside flag. But just the balls are swept in low in the box, and Kerr
you hope there's an offside flag,
and it's straight at Daphne. But I think the offside flag was. I tell you what. We'll have a look. That was marginal. I think the flag did go.
Let's see. Yeah, James pushed through.
There
is a hand up. It is through Daphne.
Yeah, but I think the foot of Hines might have just kept her on, but would have been marginal. But it's really starting to open a bit now, which doesn't really play into Arsenal's hand per se. They don't.
Just.
Chelsea's starting to get some chances of their own. Ideally, Arsenal wants to finish 0-0. 15 minutes to go. We're up to 75 on the clock, still 0-0 as things stand. And Arsenal have got from back here, but yeah, it's James versus Mead on the ball here. But yes, it is. You just think if Chelsea don't score soon, and I'm just waiting for them to score because, well, it's Chelsea.
Don't say anything to jinx it.
Yeah, well, I just like I don't care. We won the Champions League last season.
We've won that all thing.
It's I've had my fix. Good take from Daphne. Good take from Daphne from the cross. But yeah, you just had one point. You're thinking it's like from a men's perspective. We had a game where we won 3 in the Carabao Cup and the men's side, and we were waiting when Chelsea came to the Emirates Stadium. We were waiting for the big Chelsea sort of response in the assault, and it never really happened. And it was like, when is it going to happen? And looking at Chelsea and thinking, when is this huge Bayern Munich-esque onslaught going to happen on where we're clinging onto our fingernails? Yeah. And at the moment, it's just sort of, there are chances, good ones for both sides, I think. But there's been no breakthrough as of yet as we go, 76 minutes on the clock. So Baltimore has it now. Low across, between nobody. Goal kick.
Right then, as this is hotting up, we just wanted to bring you some quick bit of latest news in between things building in this game. Then, congratulations to Bournemouth, who won their first FA Women's National League Cup at the weekend.
Oh, superb!
And as we're approaching the business end of the season, some of the lower tiers of English football have already crowned their champions. So Fulham have been crowned Division 1 South East champions. So they'll be moving up into Tier 3. AFC Fylde have come right back into the National League after winning the Northwest Regional League.
We know what.
Yes,
quick on that one. You know, at FC File, do you know what they were previously? Don't we? They're Preston North End.
Ah.
Preston North End, and then it became AFC. Someone has had to write up all the previous league tables and stuff and follow the teams' names. Yeah, they were once Preston North End. Now.
Very good.
Just Stevenage. Sorry, you were saying. Yeah, Stevenage. You were saying.
Yeah, Stevenage. So if people watch All Women's Football on Monday with Barry, Barry works for Stevenage. They were crowned champions of the Eastern Women's Regional League Premier Division. So they're also returning to the Women's National League after being relegated in the 22-23 season. So a nice return for them. And then, of course, Wrexham have also been crowned champions of the Adran Premier. First time a Northern Welsh team has done it.
And Ella did mention it back in the midst of time. We were going to get to it eventually.
We're going to get to it because we were just going to say, like, you can see the investment that's been poured into that club, can't you? And how much it's had an impact on the club for winning it for the first ever time, which is huge. Absolutely massive. Beating Cardiff City, of course, in the final.
Marion will switch a play here. It's found Beth Mead in the channel. She's 1v1 with Charles. She's still got it. Arsenal have the platform here. Holmberg. Right. So Arsenal got a bit of territory here, but Chelsea got the players back. I was just going to say, with that Fulham thing, really good to see the way up. As someone who, I think Fulham were sort of the. It's flag not gone up here. That's not gone up here. I thought Stina was offside here. Holmberg crosses. Stina header. Goal!
Hey! I'll wait for it. Give us 30 seconds. I'll be there.
That's the tie then.
It's 79 minutes on the clock, and Stina has scored. Stina, it hasn't been flagged offside, but I thought there was an offside in the build-up. I did say you can. Yeah,
I was going to say Carpenter's put a hand up, hasn't she?
Yeah, I thought there might be an offside in the build-up. Here we go. So Stina's on the shoulder. She's onside there. I tell you what, it's the number 2 that might keep her on. But my word, it's close.
Oh.
It's close. But if she gets that in, that's probably the game. After that, it's brilliant. Holmberg with the cross. Stina this time gets a header right. It's towards the far corner. She keeps it down. Accurate. Hampton just stands still. She's got no chance. But
is there VAR check?
There is VAR. There was VAR. They could do the semi-sides.
It looks like it might be an elbow, but of course,
elbow's not offside.
Do the arm, do they? Because obviously you can't score.
But
is
if this
not
counts,
offside because you can't play the ball with your elbow? Is it one of those silly things where?
Yeah. Well, I think she's running away. I think it's been given. No, it's been chalked.
She's running away.
It's been chalked. It's offside. It is offside. It is offside, which I'm not surprised by because I thought it was offside. So it's annoying, but I'm not. I don't feel cheated because my instinct was correct. As it stands, it's a Chelsea attack. Oh my word!
1-0 Chelsea.
No, Nuskin's gone wide with the header, but it should be 1-0 Chelsea. It absolutely should be. It's Lauren James with the cross. Nuskin with a diving near post header, and it just misses the far post. It's an unbelievable header from Nuskin. She's diving away from the goal, and she flicks her head.
That would have been beautiful from a Chelsea perspective.
I thought that was it. And I thought it was tie on. So in a few seconds, we've gone from tie over to tie almost being back on. As it stands, it's still 0-0. It's still 0-0, but it's so easily could have gone one.
I love the fact. I wish I could share my screen because according to the BBC, it's 1-0 Arsenal. They haven't caught up yet.
No, it's not. It's not. I wish it was.
Like, genuinely.
It's not.
I'm not looking at the BBC.
Has been ruled out.
Yeah. It's 9. We're past the 80. We're in the last 10 minutes now.
They haven't shown it great.
Imagine Chelsea must start hammering at the door now. They're going to start throwing the crosses in, surely.
I've got it on mute. How has Nuskin got to that header?
I know, it's an incredible header. It's worthy of a goal. She is so unlucky. And Arsenal are very lucky. Maybe they earned that luck with the goal, unfortunately, being disallowed rightly, I believe. We haven't seen the semi-automatic graphic yet. Oh, that's a nice touch from Russo. That is superb. Now, can she release the ball for Stina? I don't know if she's going alone. She's going for it on her own. She's been pulled wide. She's gone for it. And it's straight at Hampton. But there's a really good touch from Russo. You'll see it in the midfield. She sort of flicks it over the defender, gets a free run at the goal. But I think she kind of ran out of options and just... Did you see the Dan James goal against Bosnia in midweek when he ran out of options and just went, sod it, I'm going to have a go. And he actually scored.
Yeah, that was just a fuck it, send it, that was. But
that's what she went for it. But it was straight at Hampton.
Hampton really had to get hands to that one.
She kind of ran out of options. The option really was to play Stina through. But again, Russo was charging through there, completely overhit the ball, and I think she's been penalised. But this is the thing now. Chelsea are committing more and more players forward, and Arsenal know that if they get the ball out to Stina and Russo, they can get them on the counter. Here, Russo just overtouches it.
Kim Little was just sitting on Niamh Charles's knee there in that tackle.
Yeah.
The ball's just slid off together.
Oh,
I felt
and
that.
in her place is Captain. So Captain's on for Kira Walsh. Mariona Caldente is being withdrawn, and in her place is Lia Cadena. Oh, and Frida Mornham. So Stina off and Caldente off. So no goal for Stina and Cadena and Frida. That's a much more defensive play. So I think at this point, Renee is going to go lockdown on a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, let's just keep this
and just try and manage. The problem, of course, is if Chelsea do get 2 goals, and which will take the game to extra time, you've lost some of your big attacking impetus in Mariona and Stina. As the ball's crossed in here, it's loose. There's bodies everywhere. It's still Chelsea ball. It's Captain, I think. It's loose. Crosses in, headed, and it's a corner with 6 minutes to go. But imagine Chelsea are really going to crank this up now.
5 Arsenal.
I love how the online stream is a full minute behind, by the way.
Yes, unfortunately, it's one of those. Yeah, it is awful. This is just absolute torture. James cuts in, it's parried. No, how on earth has that not gone in?
It's a force field.
Chelsea,
magical force field.
It should be 1-0 Chelsea. I don't know how they've not scored here. This is ridiculous. So Lauren James, I think it's James who cuts inside. Daphne parries it, and the number 5 hits the post with Daphne on the ground. Yeah, so it's Lauren James who cuts inside.
God, yeah.
Parries. It's Burnham, the one who got her goal wrongly chalked off in the first leg, and she's hit the post with Daphne scrounging across. Somehow it's still 0-0 as the clock hits 85.
Yeah, that was a huge
what they've got
chance
to do to score here. Long throw forward here. Arsenal just hack it clear.
Right, so now we're going to get
on her own. But yeah, it is
just happening.
It's now Alamo time. It is all hands to the pump. It's his defensive shape, lockdown. Cody goes across, but that's not great. At some point, they're just going to start taking long range shots and hope for some Lauren James magic like we saw in the first leg. Bronze with the cross, it's deflected.
Yes.
McCabe takes a touch here, don't bring it down. I think that's come off the... No, I'll come off McCabe. It's a Chelsea throw, but it's really cranking up here. Really cranking up here. Arsenal needed that Stina goal to count, and the fact that it hasn't, I think it's just given Chelsea a second wind.
Giving them that whole
and they'll feel after all the bad luck they had in the first leg, they deserve that moment to go their way. As Baltimore has it now on the wing here. Bethany just trying to hold her up. Baltimore flicks it in. It's headed out. And it's Chelsea throw.
These are the games you want, though, isn't it? Where it is end to end, and you literally don't know what's going to happen.
It's not end to end now. It is backs against the wall. It's remember the Alamo. It's Lauren James chucking it from the inside, trying to find that space. Arsenal desperately trying to close it down. Just line breaking pass there is there onto Bronze. Arsenal got their line set up in the box. Ball's coming in, headed off the post, and it's not gone in. That's a no. How and what curse, what jinx have Arsenal got on their goal? Chelsea have hit the post.
Yeah, Chris is saying exactly the same. How is that not going in?
How have Chelsea not scored? What? Because they hit the post twice in the. I think it was post twice in the first leg.
Oh God,
they should score. But and it's the same Woodward. German hit, but the header, Daphne's beaten, and it looks for all the world like it's gone off the post and gone in. I want to see the goal line tech on this. This is incredible.
That was so close.
It's headed. It might even be a save. It might be a save by Daphne. It bounces on the line, and Lotte gets across to hack it clear. Did Daphne get a touch on this? It's bronze with it's powerful head. That's not a good replay. We need a replay from behind the goal to really see. This might tell us. It's headed across. Daphne stretches. I think she tips that on the post. I think that is an absolutely incredible save from Daphne. And there was a bit of doubt about whether Borba should start or whether she should start, because I think Daphne is one of the best keepers in the world, always going to be, but she's been in and out of injury. She made an error against Spurs, but I think she's more than justified her selection tonight. That is
I think that just tips it.
I've just seen full speed, and I don't need to receive the replay. She's tipped that.
Yeah, it's a brilliant save. It's a brilliant save, and that is an absolute
top draw save.
That is
100%. I don't know if they do goal like Ballon d'Or saves sort of things like the goals. I don't know if they do awards for. That's one of the saves. That's probably one of the saves of the Champions. If Arsenal get through tonight, I would say that's probably one of the saves of the Champions League this season. 100%. Because if Chelsea saves that, then
even if they don't.
Well, I think it adds more relevance if Arsenal go through, because then it means something. If Chelsea go through, then it's rendered immaterial. It's just delayed. But if Arsenal get through here, then that save will be what wins the game.
She has absolutely tipped that.
Yeah, and I thought her first save from Sam Kerr, the 1v1 when she to defend, she got the shot off, was good. That's another league. That is absolutely.
I wouldn't even say she's tipped that. Because there's
go on.
Forward, bring it forward here. Arsenal have a 3v3 here. Hines is bursting down the left. It's Taylor Hines. She's going for the corner. Bronze is holding up. I think she's going to the corner here. Bronze is shoved up. Hines is going to the corner. But, when the foul, she won the foul here. No, she's at the. Hines got to be careful here. She might be sent off. She has been booked, and she's just had a slight dig at Lucy Bronze. Is she going to get a second yellow? I think she might get away with it. I think I tell you what, Hines is lucky if she's got away with this. There's a tangle in the box. Bronze is trying to see her for the corner. Bronze gives her a small nudge in the back. And then they're wrestling for it on the ground. And then Bronze drags it out.
She kind of kicks her foot away, doesn't she?
And then I think Hines is lucky not to get a second yellow there. I think she's got away with one massive, because she has been booked, and she probably could have been booked when she dived for Carpenter. I'd be very curious to see how much added time's going to be.
That's an awful replay angle of
3, 2. It's 90 minutes. The 90 minutes are up. So this is it. Chelsea have still got to score 2 goals as the clock hits 90. We're just waiting to see how much injury time is going to be. Frieda's chopped the play. No foul. The turnover's clean. Frieda's bringing it forward. Mead is screaming for it. Mead chops, shoots, and she hits the post. How has there not been a goal in this game? Mead has hit the inside of the post. I thought it was a foul by Frieda, but the referee played on. And Mead should have taken Arsenal to the semi-final. There's 5 minutes of injury time. We've just played just over 30 seconds as Russo takes the ball into the corner.
You don't need the BBC coverage, do you?
No.
It's Hines' ball now.
I'm 2 minutes behind this.
Yeah, and now it's little. Arsenal have the ball in the Chelsea half. They have the ball exactly where they need it, exactly where they want it. As Hines takes it to the corner.
Kim needs to score a screamer. That's
that goal. Oh, and the ball's bouncing all over the place, but it's all working in Arsenal's favour at the moment, because this is exactly where they want to be. And that goal that Russo scored in the first leg, that brilliant sort of goal where she took the pass.
5 minutes.
Has Hines won the? I think Hines won. Hines has won the. Bronze is furious. I think Hines has won the foul here. But that goal that we'll just go to the replay quickly here. So Mead gets it, chops inside, left foot bends, and it hits the inside the post, bounces out. The woodwork's been hit 3 times in this game, and there's not been a goal. It's unbelievable. But the goal that Russo scored
Carpenter and Bronze are going to start a fight in a minute.
I know. The goal that Russo scored when it was at 2-1 and made it 3-1, but Stina broke through, and she was able to sort of flick it up and get it on the half volley and smash it. It's given Arsenal that critical cushion, because Arsenal aren't defending a 1-goal lead here. So it's still in their just now they're playing for corners and free kicks and keeping it in the corner. as Chelsea are going to get the goal kick here. 2 minutes of the 5 played. So Chelsea have got 3 minutes to score 2 goals, or they're going out of the Champions League. And they're playing it forward here. Arsenal just need to play smart here. They've just got to manage these last few minutes, and they're there.
Yes.
By the way, that is an absolute red for Taylor Hines. That is a cynical kick.
I think Hines has got incredibly lucky here. The ball's crossed in. It's missed everyone. It's come to Carpenter. Ford's got a foot in. Looks at the kid. And now the counter's on. And it's Russo bombing forward. Ford's on the left, on her shoulder. She's making the overlapping run. Russo's gone for her. And Frieda's free in the middle if she can find her. It's Ford into the box. It's Ford across. And the defender she goes for the FIFA across tap in. But the defence has got back in time. Arsenal were too slow with it. 2 minutes forward. Now it's Chelsea. That's Arsenal back on the board. McCabe's asking for a chance. The game is completely disintegrated. There is no shape. It is carnage now. It's McCabe down.
Chelsea going to rue these missed chances.
3 minutes down, 2 to go. 2 minutes for Chelsea to score 2 goals. As Lotte plays
defensive duty.
It's absolute carnage.
This is madness.
Chelsea, they know they need to score now. They need to score the next minute, or there just simply is not going to be enough time for them to make the comeback. As Kurt, holding a 1-1. Look, and now there's a goal. And now there is a goal. Chelsea have scored. They have scored, and it's Nusken at the near post, just as at the weekend. She scored in injury time, and there is time. There is still time. And this is what I meant about that critical goal that Russo scored. It's given Arsenal the margin. And this is when they can cash in on that margin. It's Nuskin. She beats Lotte Wibben-White to the ball at the near post.
Quick.
And this time there is nothing Daphne or the woodwork can do about it. Daphne's being the near post. It's just too powerful. Daphne can't react.
Behind that.
But the question is there enough time for Chelsea to score the second? Is there enough time? Now it's nerves. There's less than a minute to go, and Ford has it in the corner. Bronze is challenging for the ball. It's coming over as well. Ford is shepherding it. And Arsenal win the throw. Chelsea win the throw. Ford thought it was her ball. It's not. It's Chelsea's ball. Chelsea have to get this ball forward quickly. There's 1 goal still to be scored, or it goes to take it to extra time.
Oh God, extra time.
Yeah,
good
30 seconds to play. Always in the midfield. Chelsea bring it forward. Arsenal just need to hold out here. Hines has the ball. There's no foul, and Hines has it now. And now it's Russo. 15 seconds to go, although there might be some time added on after the goal. Holmberg on the overlap. 10 to go. Is Holmberg going to take the corner? She's got Kerr for company. No, rolls it back to Mead.
I think there's at least another minute, because in theory,
maybe we're at 5 minutes. We're at the referee's discretion. We're at the referee's discretion of how much time is going to be added on as the ball is rolled back to Daphne. We're beyond the 5 minutes. Daphne switches it out to McCabe. She's got to be quick here. McCabe wins the throw in very cleverly. Wins the throw in. Time is against Chelsea here. We're beyond the 5. We are beyond the 5 minutes. If you see the replay here. Oh, it's a bit cynical. Just in a replay of Katie McCabe pulling Alessia Thompson's hair. And Sonia Bombasta has gone in the book. She is furious. I think McCabe may have got away with it. I mean, we spoke about dark arts. I think that's very dark artish and should have been pinged. Sonia is waving the players forward. It's an Arsenal throw. We are well beyond the 5 minutes now. It just feels a question.
I saw the shirt pull. Oh, but you got a hair. Oh, yeah, no.
Ford is jockeying. Arsenal just praying for that final whistle. I think the ref has given a free kick to Chelsea here. We're at 6 minutes. We're a minute beyond the 5 now. So what's going on? The referee's blowing a whistle.
Pushing Bombasta.
And there's another yellow card. And Sonia Bombasta has been sent off. Sonia has been sent off. Sonia is furious. She is furious.
Oh.
And it's only delaying more of the game. This is crazy. We're beyond the 5 minutes. We're beyond 6 minutes now.
That's because she's went to get the ball.
Yeah, and she's got to go down the tunnel. She's got to go down the tunnel. She has to leave the pit. Anyway, what it is a free kick for Hannah Hampton to take. Absolutely on the line here. This is it. This is the Hail Mary. As Hampton, if Arsenal clear this, they should be in the semi-final. It's landing in the box. It's loose. It's volleyed clear. Still, the ref does not blow the final whistle. The ball comes up to Lucy Bronze. Frida showed got Bronze with the ball in. It's headed, and it's headed over. It's headed over the bar as the clock goes past into the 8th minute now. And I think that surely was the last chance for Chelsea. And there's the final whistle. It's all over, and Arsenal are through.
Arsenal did it.
What drama! What Arsenal have lost, but they have won. They have lost the game, but they have won the tie. The Alessia Russo goal at the Emirates Stadium to make it 3-1 was the difference. But my word, they rode their luck, and especially those last 10 minutes, there are Chelsea players on the floor. I think that's Lucy Bronze looks absolutely devastated. It's a quarter-final lecture for Chelsea. There will be no European trophy again this season.
What a game that was!
What a game! What a fight! The only thing I compare this to, I was at Kingsmeadow a few years ago. Arsenal played Chelsea and it finished 0-0, but the injury time was one of the most action-packed, tense 0-0s you'll ever see, and the injury time was crazy. But the final whistle has gone. And I am speechless. Arsenal will drink this in till no tomorrow. We should say they're unbeaten right over. They've been on a winning run for quite some time. They hadn't lost a game since the Manchester United League Cup exit, and it also continues the tradition of them only winning one leg. They haven't won 2 legs in the European Cup since the beat. Do forgive me. It was in 2019. So it was one of the Prague, Slavia, Sparta. I forget which one it was, but they won those 2. And in the quarterfinals, they last time we won two legs of the quarterfinal was against Torres in 2013 when Shade Kerr was in charge. But this was absolute nail biter. Arsenal's margin.
I was going to say, McCabe just has gone over to Thompson to be like, I didn't mean to pull your hair, I'm sorry. And I think
what it was, I think McCabe meant to grab the shirt.
She meant to grab the shirt, she got her hair.
And she's caught the hair. And she obviously got away with it. But I tell you what, it's one of the few times you'll ever see me celebrate a defeat. Unbelievable. Unbelievable drama. That was incredible. And I said in one of my, I didn't think we'd win this game. We'd beaten them twice this season, home and away, but not both in the league. We drew obviously the league game. I didn't think we'd win 3 games. I didn't think we'd go unbeaten against Chelsea. I thought Chelsea would win this one. It would just be a question of what the margin would be. And we could have won it. Beth Mead could have scored. Stina was only a small margin offside.
Yeah.
But just by the time Chelsea scored, it was too late. But you think about the goal that was disallowed in the first 2 goals that were disallowed in the first leg. One of which I could justify, one of which should never have been disallowed. It was a farce, and I got sympathy there. And you got this game when Chelsea have hit the woodwork twice at the end of the game, and then Daphne's made some incredible saves. They get the goal, but they just run out of time. And it's Arsenal go through to another semi-final. That is, if memory serves me, that is their 3rd semi-final in 4 seasons in the Champions League.
Not a bad record.
Not bad, considering they only started to sort of, because remember we had the Paris FC fiasco when we went out on penalties. It's so fun, and it'll be either Wolfsburg or Lyon for us.
Yes, depending, because of course we've got some tomorrow night's action, don't we? We've got Barcelona and Real Madrid. Currently 6-2 aggregate. That kind of looks done and dusted, but hey, you never know. But of course, as you said, Lyon and Wolfsburg, it was only the single goal by Berenstein.
Lyon have got a deficit to make. Lyon have got a deficit to make up, and Wolfsburg. I always say, look at Arsenal last season. Underestimate the underdog at your peril. Yes. You would back Lyon to win that, absolutely, but you never know. I hope I've given you some entertainment for tonight.
We loved it. This is why we love having you on, Adam, honestly.
We haven't even mentioned the derby weekend, have we?
No, we barely mentioned any of the game. I mean, but this has been much more fun. Watching Arsenal batter Spurs is brilliant, and love it. But there's no drama to it. It's just it's a routine. The Manchester derby was rubbish as well because City won 3-0. There was no jeopardy in it. They just won it. It was easy.
That's true.
This was something else, and this is the London derby, Chelsea Arsenal, and I think they're just going to show some of the chances here. The replay.
I mean, Farah's face. If anyone's watching the Disney Plus stream, she's fuming.
So this is Berman should have scored here. I would say if Berman scores, at that, and it was in the last 10 minutes. If Birmingham scores, I would have backed Chelsea to have carried on the momentum and gone through. Because this was when I was talking about hanging on. We were hanging on for the last, and this is the save here. The save from Nuska is incredible from Daphne, but we were not hanging on for dear life from like the 10th minute. We were hanging on from about the 80th minute. We had enough energy and reserves to sort of hold out, but it was so close. It was. It was incredible, and it's great.
We just said never rule Chelsea out. That's what we said.
And this is what I mean. Arsenal have been in really good form going into these games. Chelsea have been patchy, I think maybe say, or not at their level. Yet they are the ones who have won this game, not us. It is Chelsea who have won this one in vain. But they are the ones who, and that is just. I was saying to somebody a while back on the first leg how European football is just so stupid because it chucks the league norms out the window.
Yeah.
And an example I use is the Arsenal men played Chelsea very famously in the Champions League when it was the Invincibles, and Arsenal had beaten Chelsea home and away in the league. They beat them in the FA Cup, but then in the Champions League over 2 legs, home and away, they didn't win either of those games, and they actually lost the home leg very famously. And you just that defies the logic that was happening in the league. And this one, Chelsea have not been at their level this season. Arsenal on a really good run of form. But it's Chelsea who've actually scored and probably had in those last 10 minutes after that Steiner goal got chalked off. They were the one who had all the chances. The big kicker for Sonia Bombasta, apart from the fact that some decisions didn't go her way and she got sent off, is that where was that Chelsea from the start? Where was that Chelsea for most of the game?
Yeah.
Where was that for that big sort of Hail Mary final charge, storming of the keep of the last 10 minutes, built up the momentum for the goal, but it came too late. Where was that? From the start of the game, for a good 80 minutes, Arsenal just kept them at arm's length. It was 1 or 2 odd chances, but it was comfortable and conceivably could have scored. I think questions now. We were talking about the hypotheticals. I didn't want to go into too big on the hypotheticals on Sonia because for the fear of jinxing it. But we can say it cut and dry now. We can say cut and dry. They're not going to win the Champions League this season. I mean, that's a fact. Yet again. A team from Fulham, just like Fulham way back at the beginning, a team from Fulham is not going to win the Champions League, and I do think one season Chelsea will win the Champions League. I don't know when it's going to be, but I've always said these things between now and the event collapse of the universe, Chelsea will win the Champions League. It's the women's Champions League. Obviously, they've won the men's side, but it's going to happen eventually. And I've always said that we can laugh and mock and celebrate and whenever it doesn't happen. Because eventually we know at some point we can't. But there'll be a time where we can't celebrate that anymore. So it's take advantage of it while we can. But the fact that actually it's us that's done the knocking out, because normally we've had to rely on usually it's Barcelona that knocks them out, and we've had to rely on Barcelona to knock them out. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is now a massive flex for us now because we can say not only did you not win the Champions League, you lost to us and you lost to your neighbours and the reigning European champions. So I do think questions will be asked on Sonia after this. I think that I don't think she's going to lose her job. I think it'd be ridiculous. I think she's probably signed a contract extension, but
I think she did after everyone was incensed last time.
Yeah, so the setup at Chelsea is completely different to the setup as it was when she arrived. You know, there are new players at the top. That squad's going to be completely rebuilt. So it's going to be that, because really, this isn't Sonia's squad. This is the last remnants of the Emma Hayes era we're seeing. These are the likes of, Millie Bright didn't play today, but she's still at the club. Gua Wrighton's now left the club. I think Sam Kerr, her contract's up. It sounds like she's going to
see her off. Yeah,
exactly. There's a lot of long-standing players who are going to be gone. Frank Kirby is gone. You know,
massive change.
So there's going to be a massive over the club, and so it's going to be a club going in a new direction under Sonia. And I think it's more that you're seeing the end of an era now. But what my thought also going into this was Arsenal have never, until men or women, hadn't ever defeated or even knocked out an English side in European football until this game. We'd always lost to them. Very famously, we lost to Birmingham City in 2014 when Shelley Kerr was in charge, and that was that was the ne plus ultra. That was the bottom of the barrel where we had sunk so low We ended up finishing 4th that season. We were knocked out embarrassing in Europe, and we were awful. And the team was just dust in hands. It was just rubbish. It was not. It was like someone had taken like the glory of the 2007, and it just rusted and decayed into a mere sort of shadow of itself. You had like Alex Scott and Kelly Smith there, and I think Rachel Yankee, but they were all really senior players who would sort of move beyond their peak, and what was there coming through wasn't ready, and it was a mess of a side. And I do wonder now with Chelsea losing this quarterfinal in this and not being in a position to win the league this season, not going to be in a position to win Champions League season, whether we actually are more than just Sonia. Are we seeing an end of era of Chelsea? Is this the end of their era of dominance? Because Arsenal didn't recover, and arguably still haven't recovered. They just became third place finishers and became a cup team. Is this the end of the era of Chelsea dominance? Potentially. We don't know what the club's going to be. We don't know how the club's being run. It's not got the likes of Paul Green anymore to control things. It's new people with new ideas. Don't know if they're right or wrong, but they're different. Different manager and a different team coming through. It's very interesting for Chelsea, and I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see the same Chelsea that won 6 league titles in a row and dominated the English game for so long. This could be the end of an era tonight.
It could well indeed be, and especially we've talked about personnel changes, and there's a big summer ahead, so it purely depends on how they're going to rebuild, and then bring in for this next generation. You're absolutely right. Not many rumors yet. Hey, there's time. It's just turned April, hasn't it? So still time to go.
But keeping up the momentum after thumping Spurs.
Yeah,
by losing. See, even when we lose,
by losing.
even when I'm losing, I'm winning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but no, I mean, but they're the matches you want in Champions League. This is what Champions League should be. It should be, the chaos right until the end. It shouldn't be walkovers.
You want to be chaotic, but I always feel with Champions League, it always feels a bit naff when you're not playing a European. When you're playing it like your own like WSL side, I'd rather play a Lyon or a Bayern Munich or a Real Madrid, a team I don't go and see every.
Experience, yeah.
I want something fresh. But that being said, adding a London derby to the Champions League to an already, and Villa and Birmingham or whoever may have their own rivalry. I see Arsenal, Chelsea, and the WSL as the fiercest rivalry in the league. I don't think Liverpool and Everton is a fierce rivalry. I don't think the Manchester derby is fair. I don't think Manchester United and Liverpool on the women's side is like the men's, how bitter and angry. Arsenal and Chelsea, there is genuine beef, and there's genuine because they've become they are two titans. One is the current, and one is arguably the former. I'll let you choose which one, and I think it adds. That's probably one of the Champions League ties we've seen with the biggest edge to it in quite some time, and I think we saw that tonight.
Yeah, they've always been those top two going for those positions, haven't they? Yeah, and tonight it was a single goal.
Part of me now does want to see Spurs beat Chelsea in the cup quarterfinals, because if they do, then that's Chelsea's season done. Yeah,
just go over League Cup. They become the sub cups. They are the Subway Cup champions. They'll get a free sandwich out of it. So
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Hey, there's got to be a silver line somewhere, right? Free.
Well, the scary thing is, obviously we've now played Chelsea 4 times this season, and we could play them a 5th time. And it wouldn't surprise me if we get them in the FA Cup. If we get to the FA Cup final, we end up being drawn against Chelsea, as we always seem to be in Cup final. We're not playing Barcelona, so I could just see us playing Chelsea a 5th time.
That's an opportunity to go again, isn't it?
Oh, I can't, because I just know at some point there's going to be the knockout blow, and they're going to take something from us. But that is a tie for the ages, 100%. And I need to go back. At some point, I need to go back through and A, drinking the discourse, and B, sort of watch through the highlights and just trying to see what on earth was it I just witnessed, and what it actually meant.
Really process.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, some other stuff happened in the WSL.
So if I remember correctly, Chelsea won, Arsenal won, City won. And then was there 1-0? Was it Brighton? Was it Brighton that beat Leicester 1-0 or something?
Brighton beat Leicester 1-0. Hey, why? Trying to remember. There you go.
And West Ham United scored an absolute screamer against London City.
Yes, Una Sivan.
One of the goals right there, folks. Oh, and the Merseyside derby, which I was sort of half watching, and was watching Everton massively implode and be rubbish, until Liverpool decided to have a go themselves and got a player sent off, and then I had to get my train. And when I came and missed the one of the goals, it got to 3-2, but Liverpool held out. But Gareth Taylor's tricky Reds are climbing the table after losing the first 100 games. They've found a bit of form, so they can be safe.
Kenny Holland's goal where she ran half the length of the pitch, by the way.
I heard there was good stuff there. So
it was almost the goal of the weekend till Una Seren hit a volley of a ball.
Yeah, Russo's tap in for her third for the hat trick for me was the goal of the season. It's got the best assist you'll ever see from the goalkeeper. For me, that
it was really good of Cop, wasn't it? To just go, you know what? Have another one.
Have one on me. Have one on me. You deserve the hat trick. First Bunny Shaw, now Alessia Russo.
It was really hard today. Have an extra goal on me.
It was very funny for that game in Emirates because I was at the other end of the pitch in the North Bank, and obviously the first goal goes in and you go great, and you're still celebrating, and you're like, there's a second. This is great. Celtic after that, if I recall. But yeah, Russo's first hat trick for Arsenal, and so that's another box ticked. And do we think Leicester? I don't know. I had them to the table. How far adrift are they, Leicester? I think because I always thought it was going to be one of
4 points.
Yeah. So Liverpool, I thought Liverpool might have gone down, but fair play to them. They've picked up 17.
Considering where Liverpool were, because it was, I think, on Monday night, Kachua, who sometimes pops up in the chat, he pops on Mondays, and he went, "They're only 3 points behind you, Freya." And I was like, "Yeah." And I looked, I was like, "Oh yeah, Liverpool are only 3 points."
Well, I remember when they were on no points, but the thing is, I don't know where they pulled these 17 points from, but fair play to them. They've climbed the table. What's helped them was West Ham equally rubbish at the same time, so they were never, and also that Leicester City's form has just dropped off a cliff. I know they've got a game in hand there, so I'm trying to work out who it is based on the fixtures. Oh, it's us. It is us. It's the game against us at Emirates Stadium because
it is
the game that made us world champions. So if they were to beat us at Emirates Stadium, then suddenly we've got a relegation battle. Otherwise, I think we don't. And I think it'll be. I did not see Leicester City being in the playoff. I thought it was going to be one of West Ham or Liverpool, but it looks like they're going to survive to play for another season. And that's a shame, really. It's a shame. Leicester came up, full of hope, and they've stuck around a bit. But the problem is they've never really evolved, have they? They've never really kicked on and become a. And I think we can have our complaints about London City Lionesses, but what they have done is they have sort of cemented themselves in the mid-table.
And I think obviously helps with London City when you throw money at it, but for Leicester they brought people in. It's not as if they didn't bring in people, did they? I just think with sacking the manager, I think that was a bit premature because at least she was building something, Miguel. And I just think Rick Passmer is just a bit. He always seems like, oh, we're going to do our best, and like that always seems to be his post match. Like, oh well, we're going to try again, and it's like. Okay, but what's changing? Because it doesn't.
Is it still Rick? Is it still Rick Passmore who's the manager?
Yeah.
But like he was managing football teams when Vic Akers was managing Arsenal. Yeah. Like, he's been. But this is what I mean. Like he's still in the game. He's still in the game. He's down at Chatham Town. Doing FA Cup. No offense to Rick. Rick was managing like Lincoln. He took like Notts County to the FA Cup final in 2015, and which is great. But like. We're in 2026 now. It should be like Bristol City going and getting Roy Hodgson. Oh no, they did, didn't they? But I'm sure Rick's a lovely guy. I'm sure he's like a decent manager. But it's like, is he a manager for 2026 for the top league of the WSL? I don't think he probably is. I think Leicester may have erred there, and I think it shows in the league table that I don't think. They've offered enough to stay up.
Can I just point out, I love the fact that whoever's running the Athletic Twitter, their report of the game is Katie McCabe pulled Alyssa Thompson's hair and no foul was given with a picture of it. So that's going to be the main story.
Well, that's our
Katie. Good old Katie McCabe. She took it from Lauren James and she dished it back out again to Alyssa Thompson. That's our Katie. Always housing.
people are then saying, well, why did VAR not pull that back if that was an obvious red and things like that? And you just think,
how can VAR pull someone's hair back? It's a computer. It's a TV screen. It's not a...
Because it's Kate McCabe and it's what she does, and
it's it's a wonder what these AI things can do these days, Adam. It really is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got one. So
I wish Disney had subtitles. This would be so much better. Because I could actually
at least though, certain teams are spending sustainably.
Yeah, at least we're doing we spend sustainably by not spending, by going for freebies in the contract expire bucket, rather than
that's how you play the game sometimes.
So not deciding that it's a really good idea to spend 10 times your revenue in a season.
Hey, I've got stats. Hang on.
This is the Dynasty Lionesses thing, isn't it?
Here we go.
Yes.
I briefly saw this.
Yeah, so most clubs are publishing, their spending, their revenue, their losses, etc., and people, of course, love a good spreadsheet and love all these numbers. And if you follow the main journalists around this, they've been publishing these figures. So, for example, we've got Man United on one side. Their match day revenue, although was down, turned an overall profit. Spent 548,000 on transfers. Brought in 167,000 from player sales, in and around it. Overall, I think they offshot some bits to their parent company, etc. But people were then questioning, well, surely if you want to make Champions League, that we thought before, tonight, of course, where they got knocked out, surely this is the time where, get yourselves in a loss because you're planning for the future, you're bringing these big players in, you're spending the money. London City, on the other hand, recorded an operating loss of 10.6 million, which was 10 times their revenue of 902,000. And Kang has injected 22.4 million pounds into the club over the last 2 seasons. However, things are going to change because this season, of course, there was a salary and spending cap introduced. So not up until this point. That's what she's put up until this point. But it is all about to change. Paul, you had some thoughts on this.
Just before that, quickly, I was going to say I've got to go. But I do want to say big thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure. And
pleasure as always, mate. Thank you.
As always.
Good luck with the rest of your seasons, and I'll hope to jump you on a stream again soon.
Yes. See you soon, mate. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye. Yes.
Right, he's gone. Katie McCabe's evil and Arsenal should have been. No. But it is interesting, though, that looking at Twitter, you've got things like Tom Gary, you've got big journalists, and I know big journalists say stuff, but we know that big journalists are much more measured in their opinions on stuff because they have to be. Tom Gary's just tweeted, what's the point of having people in a VAR booth if they're not going to send someone off for a blatant hair pull?
Also true. Yeah. Because people have been talking about, VAR gets involved, gets it wrong, then VAR doesn't get involved when it should. And it just needs to be used competently, doesn't it? And I think that's, again, what we're missing. What the whole point of VAR is for is to make sure, the game is fair and is played well. And, there's the standards that are upheld. And so yeah, it just feels like when there's something as clear and obvious as that, which it was, is everyone saw it on the replay. And I think it was Jackie earlier who said, look, if it was intentional or not, she still did it and it should still be a red. So, she definitely got away with one there. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if they can do a retrospective red card or if they would.
Because they're there. So.
Well, that's the thing.
It's had the impact.
Match, I guess. Yeah. That's the poster for clear and obvious. Yeah. We'll see. Watch this space. We will let you know if anything happens from that. But yes, you can see that a card should have been given for that one indeed. But yeah, London City. We won't spend too long on it. But Paul, I do know you have some thoughts.
We won't spend too long on it because it's 10:20. And we've all got to go to bed, and probably Nessie's got to go to bed at some point. But
yes.
Just
really clearly, you can tell Rosie's very calm about this. As a Chelsea
as a Chelsea fan, she's probably right. not that we condone the strength of her opinions, but I'm sure a lot of people agree with it.
Yeah, sure they do. Well, the rumours are McCabe's off. That this will be her last, and probably Ford as well. Honor Badger, I mean, she's incredible. So there we go.
People are laughing because people are saying she did the John Cena celebration at the weekend, and people are like, last time she did that was for Man United, and then buggered off to Barcelona free a few minutes later.
There we go. Yes, so we'll see if she does. But rumors are she is coming in the summer. Yeah, Emma, we haven't actually talked about anything yet. We've just been doing a live watch along. But yes, we'll just stick to key points. Don't worry, everyone. You will still go to bed tonight.
The key point is that London City, the absolute hypocrisy of both London City and the media narrative around London City has been exposed by those figures, because all of the talk has been London City are disrupting the big Premier League clubs and they're doing things a different way and blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. They've got a billionaire crapping £50 notes. That's they just pull Michelle Kang's arm and money flows out of somewhere.
Yeah.
So that I told you we need the lawyers tonight. But
no, I'm just laughing. Chloe sent us a video of Sonia in a post match, and she's held her phone up to the camera and been like, "It was this bit. This should have been."
I mean, to be fair, if it is the other,
for me, it's clearly a red card. It's just showing the camera.
How can you disagree? Yeah. The hypocrisy that those figures expose London City expose the hypocrisy at the heart of the women's game and the whole way London City are being talked about, because everyone's trying to pretend that they're some sort of underdog, and everyone's trying to pretend that they're disruptors, and they are even worse. They're even worse than all the talk about women's football being funded by big Premier League clubs and we need to make it more egalitarian. Sod off. You've got a billionaire who farts 50 quids, like, basically, who decides, I want that
people just follow Michelle Kang round just in the hope that
that's it.
£50 note might come out.
And she has taken London City, and we've heard Nessie say that she's torn the heart out of whatever London City were previously.
Can't buy my love.
Because they have loads of money, but they are a club that are owned by a billionaire as a feeder team to 3 other clubs in the Kiniska system. Where, people are like, women's football is great because we don't have this multi-club ownership. We do. That's what Kiniska is. And Michelle Kang could just as easily have bought Lewis, or she could just as easily have bought Charlton, or she could just as easily have bought Rugby Borough. And she would have done exactly the same thing. And the media would have tried to claim exactly the same thing. And it's all bollocks because, spending £22 million for a revenue of around £1.5 million is not something.
No. And
it's not something anything can do. Like Gail says, £10 million to be 7th in the 10-team league.
Yeah. Just doesn't.
It's not worth it. They are just Newcastle without the chopped up journalists. Like they are.
Oh no. It was going so
allegedly. Allegedly.
And this is our last show, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've enjoyed our.
It's my last show. But no, they are Newcastle without, in the fact that Michelle Kang doesn't have a problematic regime to sports wash, but it's the same idea behind it. It's we'll just throw money at it, and they're being linked with Mappy Leon, who is massively transphobic, and we know is massively transphobic because they're fine with it. So there are no club values. There is no club culture.
No.
You know, they tried to borrow Millwall's, and everybody went, "Yeah,
hang on a minute,"
for a second, and then went, "Hang on a minute," and then went, "Oh, we're kind of okay with this." If this is the way women's football is going, then it's disastrous. If this is the kind of thing we're looking at and going, "Yeah, we want more of this in women's football," do we? Bollocks.
No, we don't.
And
well, like Graham said, so London City will end up as a feeder club for Leon, etc. She'll get bored when the cap kicks in and can't play Ultimate Team and balance the books with other clubs. You can see it happening, can't you? And that's
it's a billionaire's plaything. If they were they were always a billionaire's plaything. Well, a millionaire's plaything when it was the Colligans, because it was Diane Colligan and her husband was big in crypto, and they put money in with that. Now Michelle Kang has gone, I fancy a team in the WSL for a few years. Let's see if we can win it.
Yeah, let's try and see what we can do. Because the salary cap rules that have been brought in from this season, so the player wage bill mustn't exceed the two following figures combined. Okay, so 80% of the club's revenue plus up to 4 million, or a further 25% of the club's revenue, whichever one's higher. So it means if you're a cash-rich WSL2 side, the owner can spend 4 million of their money on player wages without breaching the cap. But if you're spending God knows what on bringing so many players in, plus their wages on top of that, then you're going to have some trouble, really, because then can you afford to pay the players you've already brought in?
Like Nessie says, then we move into the ownership where you have players being owned by companies
rather than the club itself, and that's just
managers and
murky water.
And you have stuff like we've already seen it. Jonathan Giraldez just being bought off Barcelona into the Kineska umbrella, and at some point he's going to end up at London City. Like, there's that. There's the issue with O'Reilly. There's the fact that the previous Olympic Lyon, whatever the flipping hell she's decided to call the bastardized Americanness, is saying that there was sharp business practice going on there. So there's murky stuff around Lyon as well. And it's a billionaire's PR project. All this, everyone watches women's sports. Well, they don't, do they? But nobody's watching London City.
No. Well,
if you're only making 900 grand a season revenue from everything and spending 10 times that, that's not sustainable. That is, in the men's game, we've seen where that goes. It goes to clubs dying 3 or 4 a season. And it's...
Eda will be the new manager of the Spanish team she's buying, and Becky will be manager. I can see that. Reaper, don't worry, we had that chat as soon as it came out.
That chat has been had.
Oh, it just doesn't make sense. But that's someone going, I'm going to play with a word because I can, because I think it's fun. And that's not.
I mean, it's a vanity project, and we should not be supporting billionaire vanity projects in football clubs in any way, shape, or form. And we should particularly not be taking it from a billionaire who made her money as an arms dealer and medical technology. Well, because she was vice president of Northrop Grumman, who are one of the biggest arms dealers in the world. And then she became a medical technology company and a venture capital firm, which is basically throwing money at things to make more money. Like, venture capitalists don't they help other businesses, but they don't produce anything. They don't contribute. They don't, that it's all in for money. And football is a game that has a soul, and London City don't have one. And they will never have one because of the fact that people look at it and go, they're just throwing money at stuff. I mean, Delphine Cascarino hasn't played for them yet. She turned up in January. She hasn't played for them yet.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's a big sign.
So it's like, where's that money going? Yeah.
And, there will be a measure of how they treat Kosovari Asllani, who, as Graham points out, has had a horrific multi-ligament injury, one of which is an ACL.
Yes, so she went down during the match against West Ham, didn't she? And it was announced that it's a multi-ligament including an ACL, which just sounds so incredibly painful.
That's just a destruction of a knee, that is.
Yeah.
Because an ACL is what? An ACL is 18 months. A year to 18 months.
Yeah.
I wrecked my medial collateral ligament as well, which was a while. And, I never thought it was true, but now, seriously, that knee still sometimes hurts in the cold because of it. And I'm now worrying that my right knee is buggered. I've got a sports therapist coming tomorrow, and I'm still waiting for the scan, so that'll be fun. But she's 36 years old. She's wrecked her knee. Yeah. Now the question with her is, will she be able to walk properly again? Just get back to being able to walk. And
well, that's saying that needs to be the focus, doesn't it? Yeah, just rehab for that, because that just sounds so incredibly painful.
And it's just sad as well because they brought in Asllani, they brought in Sophia Jakobsen, who just kind of disappeared after half the season.
Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah. Not that it was ever announced or said or anything. She just kind of there was a welcome post.
Players have left London City, and they don't even get a thank you cheerio. It's just
no, it was just okay, bye. So she said this was her last club season. So this was it. So
and people are saying this is the way to do things. London City are not the way women's football wants to go.
No,
because if it does, we'll be sat here in 5 years wondering where the soul of women's football has gone, because all we are is in an arms race of people throwing loads of money at Meg Parkinson at the age of 23 or whoever.
Can we on that though? Eric Meg Parkinson getting a call up for the senior squad at 17.
Well, that was the segue. I was like, right, let's go on to something positive and talk about the
we've talked about her impressing for the unders for the youth groups, haven't we? In recent international breaks. Serena's seen something enough to say, up you come to the seniors, have a go. Paul, were you expecting that one?
No.
Or are you happy to see it?
I hope she plays. There is the cynical view that she will play a couple of minutes so that she cannot play for the 3 other countries that she can possibly play for growing up, because she can play for, I believe, Singapore, Japan, or Portugal.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Where she grew up and her parents are from, So she play for England, Singapore, Japan, or Portugal. And for the good of football itself, for talent like that, you want to play for someone like Portugal. But for England, you can't blame them for seeing the 17-year-old and go, we should probably use the rules to our advantage. And if she plays 5 minutes for us as an international at the age of 17 and then doesn't get called up again for 3 years and is then the next linchpin of the midfield for the next 10, it's worth it.
Yeah. Even just bringing her into that environment and being like, look, this is where we want you. This is where we want you to be. And like Emily says, she was amazing. Watched her play against Norway for the under-23s last year. Love to see her at Liverpool. There we go. She's so talented.
I don't think that a WSL team will take a chance on her, unfortunately.
Not yet.
Because women's football is now getting to the point where there isn't a pathway. You've got people like Skinner again going, I don't want to play young players because I don't trust them. And
for bizarre.
Gareth Taylor is not Gareth Taylor, for example, is not a man who will take a 17-year-old and throw him. Although Mia Enderby a little bit older.
I thought, so maybe there's a possibility, but it's not even as if like WSL2 now is a given, because we've seen players go to the Damallsvenskan, and we've seen over in Portugal, and all of these other leagues are taking youth players now, because there isn't spots for them in the WSL2 because it's that competitive. So yeah, I agree, Emily. Definite star in the making. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she does. Leah Williamson has been called up as well, even though she's been injured, and wasn't featured in tonight's squad at all. So hopefully that's more of a, we hope, because obviously being captain, hopefully she's in and around the squad. But I think pretty much everyone else was.
Nyla Harbour playing for the under-23s despite not playing is an interesting one.
Yeah, she hasn't had any minutes really, has she? Well, at all. So yeah, strange. Very, very much a strange one.
But international breaks in March are stupid and they need to be got rid of.
True. Yeah, I think it's really bad timing that we've literally just had one. We've played 2 or 3 games and now we've got another one. And it's just like, just do one break. Just have a couple of weeks, just have that break there, play what you need to, and then get back into the league. Because obviously this is the, as we've said, business end of the season. But to have players keep traveling, keep stopping, starting, it's not going to be beneficial for anyone, is it? With all that. Didn't play in Portland either. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, we'll see.
I do worry we are going to be at the point with England where there's so many good young players. You've always got a log jam.
And
the ones trying to actively kind of fade away after a couple of years before they even get a chance for things. For example, Katie Robinson.
Good potential players that would have got through a few years ago just aren't even getting a look in.
And I also worry that because now, at least it's not like the men's game where now you've got people talking about, is Max Dowman going to the World Cup? And he's just turned 16 and has played 90 minutes in the men's game.
But the pressure as well can't be good for these youngsters either. It's like maybe a little bit, but when they're get them when they're ready, so they're not put into it.
I think if Erica Meg Parkinson has got any sense, she'll just stay under the radar in Portugal for another year or 2.
Yes. Yeah, not jump too soon. Really, really make sure she's ready.
And then at 18 or 19, take a WSL or WSL2 role where it's like, we want you to come in and be the star young talent and play. Yeah,
and show everyone what you're made of. Yes, absolutely. Of course. She did get sent off at the weekend as well.
Probably out of frustration.
Yeah.
It's back. There are names now. Ruby Mace. Our Chloe loves to mention Ruby Mace.
Yeah. Our Chloe mentioned her again. Yeah, it's baffling.
What does she have to do to get a call up? And Grace Fisk at this point is one of those.
We just had a message from Kai in the chat, which I'm sure they wouldn't mind me sharing. As a Chelsea fan, I'm very happy that Sonia stood up to the ref in that moment. Maybe not professional, but I don't mind that from my gaffer.
Makes sense.
So yeah, it's going off my phone. I need to put that down and on do not disturb because we're busy, aren't we? Right then, let's keep going with these key points then. So we get everyone into bed at a decent time.
We mentioned the Liverpool derby, haven't we? Merseyside derby.
Yes, I was just going to go over some key points from the games again and just make sure we don't miss anything. I was just going to mention it was record-breaking cumulative attendances this weekend. Over 111,000 people attended games across the WSL and WSL2, which is incredible. Arsenal, as you can imagine, that was 46,000 of them. Man United nearly had 25,000. Sunderland got over 10,000. Ipswich had just over 9, and Everton had just over 5. And they were the top.
That's awesome for Ipswich. 9,000 at Portman Road, especially after Ipswich
after everything that's gone on, to get that. So that was great. And I just thought to have 2 WSL2 sides in there in the top 5 for attendances was fantastic. So obviously Sunderland Newcastle at the Stadium of Lights ended in a 1-1 draw. We'll talk about that in a sec as well. So yes, let's just make sure we didn't miss anything. So the Everton Liverpool game, obviously Everton have got a really good track record, haven't they? And I think someone said Liverpool, this was the first one, is it 5 seasons at Goodison that Liverpool have actually won it? So yeah,
I mean, Emily will never tire in telling us they should have won. Was it last season with questionable penalties?
Yes. Yeah, that was the one. But yeah, I started watching it because they were actually staggered, weren't they? So you could actually watch them. Started watching it. Liverpool went 3-0 up, and I went, I'll go and walk the dog now. Came back and I was like, oh, it was 3-2. It got exciting. So yeah, Everton, as we mentioned a bit earlier, just kind of crumbled. And Courtney Brosnan, I think it was Liverpool's second goal, I think. Brosnan kind of had it, and then suddenly it was through her and in the back of the net. And you just thought, oh, that's uncharacteristic. So yeah, we'll start to come off Everton a little bit there, but Liverpool very, very well played.
Everton were due a bit of a return to earth after the past few weeks.
Yeah, a bit of a shake, a bit of a knock back to reality. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, they probably could have done more after Fisk got sent off. Liverpool just down to 10. Kramjar's funny. Especially after her and Fisk got into it, and then you just think she's someone else who is probably going to be quite a bit of a shithouser on the pitch. And of course then gets Everton second and back into the game.
Imma Gabara getting an ACL, her second ACL.
Oh yes, yeah. So again, our thoughts go out to Imma on that one. Yeah, we don't want this new wave of ACLs coming again, do we? Just feel like we've got rid of them. But yeah, absolutely gutting for her. Her season's over. Talked about, Manchester Derby. United again just had nothing going forward at all. But the big talking point from this one was, should the goal have been disallowed? Did Fagino actually hold on to Tullis Joyce and impede her while the ball was coming in? Lots of people arguing over this one because say, yes, Fagino did hold her, but then stepped off as the ball came in. And people have probably seen the pundits. It was Farrah Williams, Steph Horton and Ellen White. And Farrah was like, yeah, she was pulled. And the other two went, she's 6 foot, Farrah. She needs to move. She needs to be able to get out of the way of Fagino. So yeah, there was a bit backwards and forwards there. But yeah, City absolutely smashed it 3-0. And just exactly as we imagined.
Showing up again in the big games. I know that more arguments for why Skinner should be gone.
Yeah, well, he also blamed the congestion of fixtures and been like, oh, well, we are in Europe and we've got a thin squad and we've got this and we've got that. And it's like, well, Chelsea and Arsenal won their matches. So, but yeah, there was still a lot of blame going on when really Man City are just very, very good at the moment, and there's a reason they're more than likely, unless something goes terribly wrong, going to win the league this season. Talks a bit about Arsenal Spurs, of course, when Adam was here. Arsenal just completely dominated this one. Cop error we mentioned for Russo's hat trick, but Beth England though came on, and within a few minutes it got another one back for Spurs. So you just think, if she is managing minutes, fine, but surely if she can come on sooner, she needs to be on that pitch because her quality cannot be denied, can it? Beth England.
Still, no.
Yeah, she's just such a powerhouse on that team.
Goal scorer.
Yeah. And just the power behind the shot as well as it went in. I was like, oh, you meant that. And it was brilliant. Now, the most surprising one of the weekend, of course, especially from my perspective. Chelsea 4, Villa 3. Now, going into this one, we thought, if this was the time to get something from Chelsea, it's now. There's loads of injuries, people are playing out of position, the focus on Champions League, let's go for it. And we did. 2 minutes in, Chastity Grant, and I will repeat that, Chastity, not Chastity. Not Chastity, as the commentators insist on calling her. Chastity Grant, just incredible flick on, and you think that's the kind of goal that we would normally love to see go in, but it never does. It's always wide or hits the post or something. But it did. It went in 2 minutes, and it took till the 20th minute for Chelsea to then equalise. Sam Kerr, of course. And I think it was Sam Kerr's first goal since November in the league. I want to say it. That stands out. So yeah, that was, and you just thought, okay, well, at least we've gone ahead. We've actually scored against Chelsea, because this was only the second time Villa had scored away to Chelsea. The last time was in 2022. So yeah, so it's been a long time coming. And you just thought, right, Lauren James, I mean, she was incredible. She scored. It gets given to Germa. I'm not quite sure Germa actually got ahead to it. But yeah, Algier then scores the next two. And you think, okay, 3-1 could be worse. Lots of people thinking it's probably going to be 7-1. And then Kirsty bloody Hansen, just the wonderful human that she is. Just, like her and Lynn Vilms. And, well, I'll say it, so I'm blowing in the face. Vilms came over, and obviously she's an incredible player, and she was, but she kind of dipped off a bit, and I don't know if that was just the way they were setting up, but she wasn't being as impactful. At the weekend, Lynn Vilms was insane. Like, her balls into the box, just the skill of them were just beautiful to watch. As Emma said, gorge, yes. And it was this delivered into the box. Hansen then runs onto it. She ends up tangled in the back of the net. Worth it to get one back. And we thought, okay, this can be it. We're going for it. And then Niswonger really impressed as well. I think the third goal started with her. She gets the ball in the box. Vilms comes in again. Hat trick of assists for Vilms, by the way, in that match. She lays it off for Kirsty again. And again, into the back of the net. And it just felt like that instinctive football that we knew has been there the whole time was actually able to flow free. And it was just beautiful. It really was. And for the whole match, I thought, can we do this? Can we get a point? Because at half time, it was 3-3. And I was talking to Adam actually on the day, and he went, I don't think I've seen a 6-goal first half in the WSL. Like, it's just madness, absolute madness. Then we had in the second half, Kirsty Hansen around the hour mark, hit the crossbar, and he thought, if only that had gone in. And then Nuskin, of course, gets the winner. I think it was the 82nd minute. But then Anna Patton has a chance in the 94th minute of 5 minutes of stoppage time. And she can't get her foot. She can't connect with it. And she's right in front of Hannah Hampton, and she just slips a bit, I think, and just as if she's gone with a ball, like there's no power with it at all. And he just thought, if that would have gone in for 4-4, that would have been incredible, because then that would have impacted Chelsea at the top of the table and the points getting closer. So yeah, it was a loss, but I sat there thinking, we went toe to toe with Chelsea. And we nearly did it.
Well, yeah.
And it was brilliant. It was really, really brilliant. And Emma was actually waiting to go on a plane, which was delayed for a few hours. So she was like, I can watch the match, which was quite good. But yes, it was just one of those where you thought, we weren't expecting a win, but the fact that we were going toe to toe with them for so long was kind of like we can do this. And people will be like, you're 8th in the table, whatever. But you've got that, and I think we might have even spoke about this last week. You've got the top 4, then you've got Spurs completely by themselves. They're too far away from the top 4 to really compete for Europe, but they've got more points than the next chunk. So we are mid-table, but purely because we just fall in that group. But within that group, you could finish anywhere between 6th and 9th, like, because that's that bulk there. So yeah, it was such a good game. Very, very impressed. We've talked about West Ham, London City. I did think London City were going to win it, but as we mentioned, that Una Siren, it was just a complete rocket, wasn't it, Paul? This one.
It was. Ball had snow on it when it came down. And she just waited for it, swung it, and caught it perfectly. It was gorgeous.
Yeah. And you just think, where's that been for West Ham this season? Because even a couple more draws like that would have seen them way further up the table. So yeah, ending in our only draw from the WSL this weekend. And then Leicester, Brighton. Brighton had a couple of opportunities, but nothing really concrete. But yeah, for this one, it was in the opening few minutes, wasn't it? Like, there wasn't. I haven't put the time down, which is very unlike me.
It was about 8 minutes. It was a lovely slid rule pass.
Yes, it was just after the second half started, wasn't it? It's like, yeah, it was. I mean, lovely goal, really was. But yeah, you just felt like out of the two of them, Brighton were on top. They had the opportunities. Nothing too clear cut, I don't think. But yeah, Leicester just again looking a bit clueless and a bit flat, and just it's sad. It's really sad to see, because you at least want the team to go out fighting, really, don't you? If this is to be.
I love the fact, by the way, that all of the Chelsea owners are just posting really pointed stuff about the hair pull. Alessia has just posted a clip with "protect players."
Wow.
And left it at that. So yeah, that one's going to run and run. Just like the WSL title race. WSL2 title race.
Very good. I know there's a lot of chats going on about all of these controversial images. Oh yes, indeed. Now, of course, because we've got the international break, I don't know if Paul, you back? You had frozen a sec there. So we're not back until the end of April. Look at that, the 25th.
We've got the FA Cup and then
26th. Yes, FA Cup. That's on a different slide. Don't worry.
I think if London City beat Leicester, then they are in the relegation playoff.
Yes. Yeah, they have to be, don't they? Because again, only 3 games left of the season, which sounds absolutely ridiculous. It's gone really quickly.
If Man City beat Brighton, they could mathematically claim the title.
Yes, so all to play for. I mean, I have put Villa Arsenal there. It won't be there because of Champions League.
Yep, it's going to move.
So for any Villa fans, it's actually going to now be moved to the previous Wednesday, which I believe is the 22nd. So midweek game, which of course makes it harder for everyone. But yes, so that one will be moved. There's also the possibility that the Villa West Ham game is going to be moved now, because the men's European game is now going to be on the Sunday it was meant to be on. So
lovely.
Yeah, bloody men, eh? Bloody men playing football, getting in the way. But yes, so some really, really tight
Katie
games.
McCabe has gone on Instagram and said, "Just want to clarify, I was genuinely reaching for the shirt. I wouldn't pull someone's hair. I was going to foul her." People just missing the point of. So she basically said, "I was definitely going to foul her."
Yeah, it's like the intent was there, but I didn't mean to get her hair. Meant to get the shirt. Dear me, yes. Yeah, yeah. We'll have to. I don't want to get caught up in the discourse and then get distracted. But yes, There's a lot going on from that match, as you can imagine, with how vocal Arsenal and Chelsea fans are on the internet. So we'll keep an eye on that one. But yes, we can always come back to these because, of course, we will have international check-ins and stuff before WSL comes back. Now then, from the WSL2, these were the results from the weekend. And the massive one here, really, again, sorry, Graham, Palace 3, Charlton 2. Which was a huge result there in the title race.
Down, as they
yes.
referred to it.
Well, it's going to be, isn't it? Because again, Charlton, if they'd even got a point from this, they'd still marginally be in the lead again. Sorry, Graham. But yeah, I mean, so Charlton actually taken the lead. They were 1-0 up, and then Palace just absolutely smashed it. Their confidence. Is lovely to see as a neutral, not as a Charlton fan. But yeah, impressive, really impressive.
Abby Larkin still doing bits.
Abby Larkin, yes, she got the third one, didn't she? Excuse me. But yeah, you just think, obviously, huge result for Palace, but for Charlton, it's like, oh, why? You were so close to getting it. Having it confirmed that you're going up. But as we mentioned earlier as well, there's still every possibility with 2 games left. That 2 games, 3 games, 2 games.
2.
3. Yeah. When it just the maths doesn't make sense for a minute. But yes, so they do have a 6-point gap above Palace at the moment.
And then should we talk about the Timeway derby? Because there's one player in particular that I want to talk about who I have seen Sunderland folk Charlotte on How the Lasses, along with them singing the praises.
I was going to say, is it a particular youngster who made her debut?
It's a particular 17-year-old who decided to make her debut for her hometown club in the Timeway derby. And do a very bloody good job. The Stadium Alight and be absolutely immense.
Yes. Do it. Go on, Paul. Go for it.
Like Chloe Paxton, who was told 17-year-old, yes. told she was making her debut. Up against, playing at centre back up against the front four in front of her of Freya Gregory, Emily Murphy, Shania Hales, and Jordan Nobbs, and she had them all in her pocket.
She did.
At 17, people talk about Katie Veed, but good Lord,
so impressive. So impressive. And I think the fact that Sunderland went 1-0 up as well, it's just like, keep it. Just please keep it. Because I mean, Emily Murphy was trying to look. She came close a few times. And you just thought it was getting closer and closer to the end, and you're like, yeah, just keep it, just do it. And then Savenius comes on. 81st minute, so close to the 90, that they equalised. But again, in terms of growth, Sunderland a lead like that and then maybe losing a lead, keeping that draw wouldn't necessarily have been something they could have done against a Newcastle side that have gone, right, come on, let's go, and then push for those last 10 minutes. So the fact that they did hold them off from stealing a win is a really incredible feat as well. Because we've always spoken about, obviously, Newcastle have got a bigger budget and, all of these things. So yeah, the fact that Sunderland could do that and then held off Birmingham City tonight, right until the final moments as well, I think is really, really, really impressive for the Lasses. So yeah, massive result. And then, of course, it affects the table as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, Forest beating Durham I was going to mention as well, because, of course, Newcastle only getting a draw means that they didn't gain anywhere near the catch that they wanted to. And Forest beating Durham, Joy Amiwa scoring, Nigerian international striker who's very good. But what that means, firstly, it means Nottingham Forest are confirmed to be safe, which is excellent.
Yes, in their first season up,
As are Sunderland, probably. Sunderland could still go down, but it would take something catastrophic. And I don't think it can happen, actually.
No. So Sunderland are on 24. So yeah, 10 points.
And it can't happen because they can't be overtaken by everybody because of the way the fixtures are.
Yes.
But another Northeast team, Durham, have quietly, after being beaten by Forest, just 1 point above Ipswich Town and Portsmouth.
Yeah, and that's the worrying thing. I think that's what Chris has just put there as well. Worrying for Durham. Yeah, it really, really is. Because I know people are saying, yes, they had that financial backing, and now they're struggling a bit. And you just for a truly independent club, you hope that they do find a way to kind of muddle through this and keep up and have the summer to kind of have a bit of a rethink and a restructure or something to help them out.
What worries me is it's tough for them because they've got Bristol City this Sunday, which is tough. If Ipswich win in the next game afterwards, then it get against Sheffield United. Then Durham play Sheffield United 4 days later.
Yes, because Ipswich have also got Palace as well this Sunday.
Yeah,
Palace, Sheffield, and then Ipswich have got Birmingham City as well. Yeah, and Durham have got Sheffield, and then the final game, Durham Newcastle. Oh, that's a pretty good one. On the final day away.
Durham needing to win that to stay up.
Yeah. And Ipswich Sunderland on the last day as well. So it's going to be literally our final day watch along is going to be so intense. And I don't know how many screens I need, but I will invest.
Because even apart from Charlton, Birmingham City, there could be a place where Portsmouth, Ipswich are both trying to stay up. Durham are trying to stay up.
Yeah.
Sheffield United might still get
watching everywhere. Yeah. To see.
Could be 4 teams in that relegation battle.
Yeah. Which is incredible. 3 screens for it. Yeah, I'll just collect them. I'll gather them round and set them all up on the desk.
Of course, we mentioned as well Birmingham City with a huge win against Bristol City.
Yes.
And Sheffield United beating Portsmouth with both some big wins at the bottom with Ipswich losing.
Yes, Sheffield, again, they've really grown into this season, haven't they? And they are pulling off some very, very good results. I do feel sorry for Ipswich, though, at the weekend, because they'd... so Mary Bashford had quickly got the lead for Southampton. Then Ashworth Clifford had got the equaliser. And then it wasn't until the 6th minute of added time, right at the end, right at the death of the game, that Southampton got the winner. And he just that point would have been so vital.
It would have been monumental, wouldn't it?
If they'd have just kept it, and you could see it on their faces, have been like, no, we've lost it, we've gone. But Ipswich, in terms of shots, dominated that game. 21 shots, 5 on target, compared to 11 and 3 from Southampton. So they did play really well. So yeah, absolutely good. They couldn't get something from it. So yeah, I mean, if they've got that fire, and I know, with a few games left, some could argue, is it too late? But if they've got that fire in them now to go into these last couple of games, they're, watch out anyone that comes up against them, because they were playing some very, very nice football indeed.
Yeah.
I think that was all my key points I had. Do you have anything else for WSL2?
No, I think that's...
No. Yeah. This is redundant because we had a game tonight. So this weekend then, because we do have FA Cup games going on, which should be on the next slide. These are the games going on. So on the 3rd, which is Friday, we've got Southampton, Sheffield. Then on Sunday, we've got Durham, Bristol, Palace, Ipswich, Newcastle, Nottingham, and then of course I had tonight was Birmingham, Sunderland for that one. But like we said, some very, very important matchups coming up. Even Southampton, Sheffield this weekend. I mean, even that's points for Sheffield to just get out, isn't it? If that battle at the bottom.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very important indeed. Bristol win 3-1. Hey, Probably. But hey, Durham at home, Maiden Castle. We know it's tricky. It's a tricky
and of course, there's the FA Cup as well.
FA Cup. Hang on. It's a different graphic. There you go. Yes. So Sunday we've got Arsenal, Brighton, Charlton, Liverpool, and then on Monday is Chelsea, Spurs, Birmingham, Man City.
That weird hallucinatory time of bank holidays and.
I know it's going to be because when I was looking, because obviously when I had the graphics from last time, it was like they're all on Sunday, and I was like, no, they're not. So I went back and I was like, yeah, really, really spending the Easter weekend well with all of this football. So yeah, any predictions you want to give, Paul, for these quarterfinals?
I think it's an all WSL semi.
Oh, they've sold 1,500 tickets. That's brilliant.
All WSL semis. I think Liverpool just sneak past Charlton, probably.
I mean, we'd all, as a pod, we'd love a Charlton win, wouldn't we? But Liverpool, if it was the Liverpool of the beginning of the season, I'd say Charlton have got a very good chance of getting that one. But unfortunately, I just think Liverpool have come into a really good bit of rhythm.
I think Brighton might fancy their chances after the efforts of Arsenal tonight, and I think there'll be a heavily rotated Arsenal, but with that squad, who knows?
Yes. Yeah.
Chelsea could go one or two ways.
Yeah.
well, obviously the result could go one or two ways, but it could go one or two ways in either Chelsea come out and Spurs are fragile and Chelsea wreck them in revenge, or Chelsea have a hangover.
And they've got nothing to give and Spurs go, all right.
I can't see Birmingham City beating Manchester City at all.
No. And again, it would be a lovely, lovely fairy tale, wouldn't it, from this story of Birmingham City winning it. But yeah, just you can't. Man City, they've just got something else, haven't they, this season? So yes, would love it if Charlton and Birmingham could do it, but at least if they go out fighting and give us a good game, that's what we're here for. And I won't be here to talk about it with you all next week because I'll be in Milan.
Nice.
So I'll have to catch up with you all the week after. I should, with any luck, be going to the Inter Lazio game on Saturday for my birthday. Fun fact, it's free. You don't get tickets. You just turn up.
You just turn up and they have the doors open and you just casually go, yeah, all right.
Yeah. Apparently so. Because I said to you,
training complex.
It's the Arena Civica, which is in a park. So people just be in the park, like, just go in. So yeah, it's one of the annoying ones though that's got like the running track around it. But it's the one that's built like a Colosseum, so it looks really impressive.
Oh yeah.
But all the seats are like stone seats.
classic Italian stadium.
Yeah.
Not even a classic Italian stadium, classic European stadium.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say, don't worry, Emily, there will still be a pod. I just won't be on it. The pod will go on. Don't you worry.
Is that the one I enjoyed that I went to? You
can tag me, Graham. That's fine.
Yeah. When I was living in Germany, and I did my bit of looking at all the football stadiums, and you obviously in Cologne you have several stadiums. You have the Rheinligastadion that I went to, which is about 4 or 5 different things. Watched several games there, and then nearby you had the old Fortuna Düsseldorf Stadium, which was shit. And then I went a little bit further afield to Wuppertal, and you have the Zoo Stadium. It's literally called the Stadium at the Zoo, and it does look like that.
The giraffe in one end.
the giraffe end and the lioness end. But it does look like that Arena Civica. Like just you've got you've got stands around it, but they're just stone steps. You just
literally. I was like, should I take a cushion in to sit on because that's going to be cold. So yeah, if it's going to be little Bebe's first football match as well.
Nice.
Not bad for your first football match.
Inter Milan for your first football match isn't bad, is it?
Not really, no. And of course, Camilla, friend of the pod, she's flying up to see us for a couple of days as well, which will be really nice. So we'll have a nice little Italian tour guide.
Are you going to? I hope she makes sure that you all sing the Milan anthem if they even play it at the arena. Should we get?
Well, she's an Inter fan, so I'm sure she'll make us.
So you've definitely got Sarah Paquetiamo then.
Yeah, she'll be there.
I can sing a decent chunk of it. I can't sing all of it, but I can sing most of it because football nerd. Che confusione, Sarà perché ti amo. E ogni emozione. Chi stammi piano piano. Stringimi forte. I might have got a couple of words wrong, but stringimi forte. E stammi più vicino. And then the original words are some sort of love song.
Yeah.
But the Inter and AC one is E chi non salta e un gobbo Juventino, which is not very nice to Juventus fans, in case anybody is. If you don't jump, you're a Juve hunchback, is what it literally.
Do you just love the imagery in football? Don't you just love it? Yes, and I think the final thing I had was just a quick NWSL league table update, because we've had the weird thing now with the NWSL where they were all kicking off on the weekends, and then we had some random ones on Wednesday, but not everyone played, and then it's back to the weekend again. So I didn't do a results because trying to cram all of them on one page would have been horrendous. But I will say for Denver Summit, they've had. Oh, sorry?
Was it 63,000 they had it? Their opening game.
63,004.
And 4.
4 makes all the difference. But yeah, so it's it was posted as an NWSL record of attendance for any league game. But I was talking to Liberty on the Monday pod, who Adam mentioned earlier, and she was wondering whether actually it was like a league record attendance, like across the actual league. So not your cups or Champions League, things like that, but as an actual domestic league, because Arsenal got 60, I think we were saying at the Emirates, just over 60. So maybe it's
also crap kits. Have you seen Rosa de Morial third kit?
Is that the April Fool's one they put up earlier?
Oh, was it an April Fool's one? Oh, thank God for that. The one that looked like a high vis. I fell for that. I was like, that's a high vis jacket.
I saw it and I was like, I know people who wear them to work from my days on the building sites. And I was just like, that can't be it, surely. And then checked the time. I was like, okay, thank God. Could you imagine?
I did get caught out by an April Fool then, unfortunately. I was too busy watching Coventry City welcome a Formula One team to their training ground. need a bit of pace on the right wing, so just thought.
Just doing a Formula One car. The
Utah Royals have settled there right in the middle of the.
Oh, that'll never get old. But yeah, it's. I was going to mention that, Jackie. KC Current lost 3 matches all last season, and they've lost 3 in a week. Yeah, they've had a really rough start, KC Current. Only 1 win in their 4, and then lost the 3, like Jackie said. So yeah, they've a couple of them have been fine margins, but others, because obviously Ardani is a Current fan. And he was just like, I don't know what's happening. there's a force field around the goal. But I will say for Denver Summit as well, not only record attendance, but Melissa Koshler scored in their opening 3 games. And then this huge, home attendance record. And it was a 0-0. And he just like, the one time it could have.
Americans need to learn disappointment if they're going to watch it. They need to learn because ties don't exist in American sport. Remember?
No, that's true.
But they can't deal with them. So
No, they can't. But just to say as well, do you remember I was talking about Adriana Leon had like disappeared off the face of the earth and no one was talking about her, and she wasn't getting called for Canada and people were getting a bit worried. She has posted on Instagram now to say that let me just get the wording up. She said, "For those sliding into my DMs asking, I sustained an injury back in January and have been working diligently every day to get back on the pitch. Thanks for everyone that's reached out in support. I'll be back for my glow up season. Until then, let's go wave." So yeah, so thank God she hasn't.
I'll be back for my glow up season.
She'll be back, but she posted it with like her proper like kit picture draped in the Canadian flag, just like, yep, I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna do it. So yeah, can't wait to see her back on the pitch. I really like their new kit. I know that it's getting a lot of stick, but I really like the detailing on the sleeves of that wave kit. But Boston Legacy, bless them, not having their inaugural season that they anticipated. At the bottom there, only one without any points. But of course, it's still very early days. Because as a Villa fan, we've all been there with 0 points at the bottom of the table. But yes, anyone else? Washington Spirit in 12th. That's been quite a strange one. They've drawn 3. Again, struggling for results there. But again, Seattle looking really impressive. Portland Thorns are looking impressive. And Wave and Angel City, of course, being up there on the top. So yes, so very, very exciting indeed, and more to come over the weekend. And of course, we need the electricity joke. We've got a short circuit somewhere. Thanks, Greg.
There we go.
Thank you indeed. Now then, I think that's it that I had to talk about this week.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So from this evening then, we now know Birmingham City have gone top of the WSL2. Chelsea are out of Champions League, and so are Manchester United. And tomorrow, of course, remember, it's Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Wolfsburg Lyon, who, as we've all said, never count Lyon out on a second leg. Currently only 1 goal in that one, but Real Madrid battling against a 6-2 aggregate in that first leg against Barcelona. And then we'll see what the semis look like and who is through. So yes. So like we mentioned, we will wrap that up. We've got FA Cup and WSL2 this weekend. And then we're back on the international break. So I will see you all in a week on Wednesday. But don't worry, the Wednesday pod will be back running as usual. And we'll have all of the latest news and updates there. So thank you for watching, everyone. We do appreciate you and everyone that gets involved in the chat. It really wouldn't be the same if you didn't. So have a lovely rest of your evening. Thank you to you, Paul, as well. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye. Good night.
See you.